Yo, 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 what's poppin', everybody? Welcome to another edition of the PODI-CAST. Your boy SCAR, as usual, on Wednesday. And yeah, man, live straight from Leo's Inn right here in Gap City. Remember, they're also in Tabon, they're also in Mogoditani, so you can go out there. How about accommodation? Okay? Coming at you also, courtesy of our boys at Local Corner. This is the page where you're at. Remember to like and subscribe so that you know everything that goes on this here page. And also, remember, PODICAST, we're a bit more health conscious, like I said, since our last episode. So please, after our talk with our guest today, make sure that you check out our conversation with our resident doctor, Dr. Kiran, and we'll be talking more and more about these uncommunicable diseases, okay? So that you know a little bit about what's going on with them. Non-communicable diseases, okay? With that said, welcome to the show. And a shout out to our boys at Team Agencies. This one is the Tootie Rose. Last time they were Tootie White. But today we got the Tootie Rose. You can check it out at any of the liquor stores all across Botswana, courtesy of Team Agencies. You can check them out if you want them at a wholesale price. In the house today, we bring to you a guy who came into the Botswana music industry. Wow. I don't know if it was a little bit before 2010, but then he came through. There was already the status quo as far as Rumba music and Kwasa Kwasa was known. It was already established that it was Franco, it was Alfred Musimanerape, it was also, who was also up in there, man? Matheatau. So at that time, that's when everyone thought those were the only guys that we had to worry about. And then this nigga came through out of nowhere. And he wasn't even part of, hey, Nigelele Soul, Nigelele. This nigga just came through alone, young, dancing with an afro. I'm not going to say anything else. Ladies and gentlemen, in the house on the PODICAST, welcome, Jeff, Chris, Manto7.
Yo. Thanks, SCR.
Hey, Papa. No, I told Jeff Gebraya. Hey, thank you so much, Papa. Chris is in the house. Cheers, Papa.
Cheers, man.
Hey,
cheers,
thank you for coming through.
Yeah.
So, you are in town for a couple of days?
Yes.
Hey, so,
gaps, responsibility ita kadi thumo tse harlogane from different people and different angles.
Okay.
Tota I've been given a national responsibility by the number one, His Excellency Dr. Mokgweetsi Eric Masisi. Guys should watch the space.
No, we're going to get into more about it. Maybe let us get idea the very first thing. I just want to say thank you so much for agreeing to talk to us, because like a lot of the time when people think about the upper north musicians, habanki ba go lista as much as I think they should, because you were one of the few ones who came from all the way go Shakawe, all the way from up there, Bokasani and all of that, to come through into the whole of Botswana. And so how does that make you feel, as much as I think you should?
Yes. Well, I'd say this thing doesn't shock me so much, Ska. Firstly, music. You define music as expression of art, know.
Yeah.
So the kind of music that I do, I see music it's coming deep from my heart.
Definitely.
And it's more cultural. It's more, when I came into the music industry, what I did is I wanted to promote my culture and promote where I came from. A lot of niggas around didn't know Mbukushu and they didn't know Shakawe. They only saw it on the map. But how Shakawe. So the angle that I came in with was to promote my culture, to make Mbukushu well known, of which I did.
Definitely.
I'm not surprised I'm not listed among the legends or those guys who promoted the northern part of Botswana. This one problem that I've always realized, music industry in the country. You have to start in gaps for you to be popular.
Yes.
You can't start in Mau, start in Shakawe to be popular.
Yes.
Never. It will never happen. So what happened is when I pursued my music career in Gaborone from 2004. That my first album came 2004.
Yeah, ne?
I pushed, and then 2010 I decided to relocate back to Mau. Why? Because of family issues. Yeah. I needed to be there for my kids. I needed to be there for my family. I needed to push a few things. You know, would make money, cross over the border, mafike, go to shows with the 60s, rao blow zakate, kamande, vuisile, ko yo hoare, beats happy, we have another road show, we make 150,000, hartoka record transit, cross the Muzenda. That was our life by then. Yes, so I had to move back home. But I knew I'm going to face some of the consequences. Saying that media or sharp, TV ikwanu, hakuna radio da. So most of the time say hakuna the events. But bakanya hela hore Chris Manto7 that brand bakanya hore ke atura haba check le price hore because late night like movela kwa I decided hore no, I'm not going to do the show tsa bosigo tsone tswa di bona. So we let get artist arno kana promoter arno ta dlale show ha because har duelane sharp ta tsamike show has na ta tsamika show let me say ubiletso go Francistown go tsama tsamika show promoter berer no nanka ha 6,000 pula. I'm driving my man, so I go to my hela ke Francistown fuele am hela yang cost about 2,000 2.5 and then accommodation and then I have got dancers, so I get Francistown we bua with 6,000 kana 10,000 pula. So I have decided not to do those shows unless you pay me what I want, what I'm worth. And then I can come to your show. But otherwise, the corporate shows. I'm performing in Mau. I'm doing corporate shows.
No, definitely. Like anyone who goes up into the northern part of Botswana, you know, we always know that, okay, Chris is still doing his thing. But since written into the meat of the issues in the BW music industry. All right. I'm looking at your full names here. Hey, Mutuka Nari Shona Dairina. So I want to know, okay, Chris Solelwa, Hakai, Mokai, Mobotswana, and where did he go to school?
Oh, wonderful. Nagibidua Baitepi Mwachisenge. That's my ID name. Chris Manto7 is my stage name. Of course, that's the name that came with creativity. Yes, a few artists. But Chris, I was called Chris by my cousin. Because I loved hip hop. That's why
That's why.
you know.
I could tell this is my guy.
I used to hang around with you guys a lot because hip hop. Chris Cross.
Yes, sir.
That's where the name came from.
Oh, okay.
Chris Cross. You remember
Definitely. Yes, sir.
And my cousin Jinx gave me the name Chris because I loved that group. And then when I came to Gaps, Cisco B and Dr. Vom. The Manto7.
Oh, okay.
So the Manto7, what inspired them was that Manto7. And one guy, it was about Manto. It's a Spanish word, slang, very slang, Spanish slang word that means a man, manto. So
manto.
Manto. So and then there's a guy who a rapper, Happy yes. He was called Caprio Dikoko. May his soul rest in peace. The guy who passed away during the accident. When with the Abigail crew. You remember that story?
Yes, sir.
So Caprio is the one who added the 7. Chris Manto7. That's how the name came from. So I started my primary school, Shakawe CJSS. I mean, Shakawe Primary School. It's a walking distance. So
describe Shakawe for me. I mean, what year were you born, first of all? What days are we talking about here?
I was born 1982.
1982. So
the 5th month.
So this is before the 80s. So this is 89.
Yes.
So describe Shakawe because nigga, I've been to Shakawe. There was very few things.
Yes.
You know, houses are separate. How was Shakawe growing up? Describe it for us.
No, you know, by those times, Shakawe, it was nice because botshelo mo se bo le metsi ne re sa maendo vaila go sgela sna dithaku sharp o sa maendo vaila go sgela ka dinao go no go sa agiwa mo go ntsi there were a few families we all knew each other go re tsore ha ke ile go khote ya nyembane go na le family ya boketekete ha ke ile go khote ya sa ushoko go na le family le re itsane by then Shakawe is high to like a small village. It's a village that is growing to be a town,
it's becoming a town
because we have got a mall. It's situated exactly by the Namibian border, border post. That's where that Okavango Bariki Pen Handley,
Okay.
So that's where the Handley is, where the Okavango starts before it becomes the real pen, when it meanders into the Okavango Delta.
Definitely.
That's where it starts.
That's where
that
Shakawe
line,
is at.
Caprivi Strip. That old pontoon.
Yes,
that's the main channel, the Okavango Delta. It's in Botswana through Caprivi Strip.
Awesome.
So the area is a tourism area. As you know, Okavango has been listed by Matheatau. It's one of the sites.
Yes, sir.
It's well known.
Yes,
But growing up, I wanted to be one of the first guys to make that village even more popular with my language. So, Kisimuzi, my primary school there, and then I went to Shakawe CJSS.
Okay.
From Shakawe CJSS, I went to Mausina Secondary School. That's where I went to the content, boarding, peer influence, secondary.
What's it called? Late teens in young, or so called late teens in young.
But what you could lay body. By good light together, hey, papa, I'm blind. That's why I guess I like you to have a definitely. So you could like in tell, hey, you to the drama, or lady Tabeo manner, squadron, I do take it, I will rank and I do it was a parry, we're going to scouting and about no anal discipline. I've done every activity most gay, okay,
definitely.
Hoka, it's in our area, Matthias.
During the quartiers,
so near Matthias Ahoro, Shakawe. Nick you are blind. I want a group of Matthias, could manera happen, what you check like them what the Christina.
Definitely.
So Nicky Bamela Mokote, never heard of Mokote. So can I give a space? I go on to Abone, VDC, Govan Nante. What do you negate Mamalaiti? Every Sunday, Sunday, I vamo diarta tabo and get to go gawala rice, tin fish. So I defend. Growing up, so that's what so never habava. Babula bango no, I'll say I'll check a light. Happy Nailin light to Kono Basoma mobile ne or no. Check out real. It's very get up Matthias about to blind. A lot of guys said you go I think I was light to Nelly. So they'll stay in a house at VDC. And then tell me when I started hell, Babuela Gaps, Bangobago Madinaro, Wago Tutum. They'll leave a list, Yabanyana or no. Say the tag. Say the tag, little list here, and a motority can list here. No, I know.
It was
part of the life that we.
This is back when the 90s, the 1900s.
But I Maro check a light to Chris. Can go spit about Yana. So the kids okay. How about Tagalos Navazakala? And I give us some. I never fair and blind. How about Chica Banchela Diaparo? Banchela, Dunyana.
The confidence you're in is what guy from you. Like, where do you think your confidence are? Because, like, especially places like that, Neriki the right thing with the US Embassy, Gada, they had to Nerikile Barabamiti. But I'll check my lighting and Anna. But Timmy, Diana by Tidimaleti. Where now notes are guy?
Why is it?
Touch.
Why is it my mom, that old lady? Every time when I think about him, I get touched. O lady na re ke sa bojala ba Batswana. O re go ditse yalo. A re sa bojala ba Batswana malape. And no go itse re go no bojala kwa mama lebogo. And the Machisenge say name. My grandfather is from Angola. He's from a tribe Ebidwa go Chokwe. But the great grandfather is Portuguese. So most of our family members go Zambia, Angola and Namibia. So my father Mohatso lady otherwise bo lady bone ba mo tribe engwe bi go tima Gereku. So what happened in Elore haba khubukane ba ntse go wena go no ba jalo ba Batswana. They will get the emer tsa di plastic it and we'll start playing those Angolan song dipina tsa bona tsa bogologolo tsele bana ba opela so ke ne ke rata rhythm nyana te wa bona so we tell ha gongwe ke lighting yana we thangwe ke ba joinile le na gongwe ke bina o le dina ntara ne ke rata o bina blind so from the childhood be ke gola ke tso music ke so se dira re batho ba ne happy ke ngwadi tse ding tirilo re kware ke ta thaleganyana too much so be ke gona gore ke be ke lemoga gore no me dio tse le di ka dira gore batho ba go rate because immediately hela batho ba simula opela ba obina they get excited and when they get excited then bata ba bua ka wena mo motse go hey ngwana smama wa bina blind and that thing gives me that courage no I can do something in life even though I never thought about being a musician by that time
but no kgona go bona gore
you know when you're a kid I want now teasiwa gongwe batho ba go teaser you know what happens in you it kills your confidence
traumatizes you
how gola ntse yalo but now how gola ona le batho ba o boka or you are good you are what does it do it increases your confidence
yes sir
lo wena o gona wa kanya gore na go ngwa ke gola ke tana seng wa tshwara
definitely
so that Angolan background ya basadi go lwana ba rata music so made me have that confidence ya gore itse ke sa tshabe o tsena batho kana batho ba tsoko toropo ba ya kwa ba bitsa Batswana ba tsile Batswana so next time Batswana ne ra bata ke bua sekgowa ne ke rata sekgowa o tla Christo se roba ya la khantele ba nthuta or no bankanya one of the guys bane ke re ke hetsa standard 6-7 ke bua sekgowa fluently by that time ka ira runa with my cousin Abidwa Jinx and maybe he's lucky because God give him a talent. That guy can speak like a Jamaican. He can speak like a British. He can speak like every. Ukwana uiti mtakola comedian in South Africa. How to be doing ma? You change the accent. Noah.
Trevor Noah.
That guy.
Mtakole.
The same things that Trevor Noah do. Mtakole can do that.
Wow, man.
So kimu ngaba tuana ba nela confidence. Ape ano. Nokona na makwa di missionary na kobo. Shakawe. So na khona o tsa re ya kwa lighting yana tana video Martin wa go ta bare ma gate ntse go Martin so ha re boela ta bare Martin your friends are here to play so ta bara spend an hour about 2 hours tsamaka ka di bicycle le ditho tsa ga Martin so that's where we were learning our English le rona gape ano le go create even more confidence mara bona re khona wa tlala le mangam like this time.
Come on.
So,
anything it should be easy.
Possible.
I think interaction here they did break the barrier, especially lungwana or mutho ke motho. You know, it doesn't mean or just because they're a different color or maybe they talk a different language or you know, I think I think linked me with you also because makasi or motoakasi or whatever. But I realized, like, even when we were going across the continent, ikira idols or obana how we tshwirela sharp. So you ultimately learn so much. So when do you get to do marimba? Because ke ona ile gore gantsi ga go bua story sa gago ke ona hanno wa tuma teng ka go letsa marimba. So was this at Maung Senior or where was this?
You know, it's so funny. Shakawe secondary school had marimba, I think in 1995 because a group in Al Hapel Haruna. Marimba. 1996, I think I was doing studies 7 then. So kisimo to admire ko primary kiske junior re. Ke tola ke bona mataka go junior re ba letsa. Because man ha ke passa 7 ke o tshameka raide. Fe go re ke motho ke polela ke rata ipolela la hore you know and it's going to happen.
You manifested.
Yes, sir. Really, Bala Form 1. I was the first guy there. And guess what? Last night I Shakawe CJSS. There was a group Mohaburuni, if you remember.
Yes,
sir. There was guys with the Mambo Arts. But there was some Marimba, bo Maiza Mathaku, bo. No. There were guys. It was a mixture of guys. But maybe they the Mambo Arts.
Ask about them. The north.
And some guys were coming from Zimbabwe. So bayira workshop tsa Marimba mo Gaborone.
Yes, sir.
I was one of the guys who were sent to come to we get to spend a week at the workshop.
Yes, sir.
Isale khono ho hela. I had become a producer yanu ya dipina ne re ha ke robetse ke go tapina sponsor la illa mo radio phakela hela ke mote ibile ke aba ka practice le bone ke aba ke ba re go tsamiko yana let me tell you the go ga dipina tse di tsamika bo ga ke je borotho jwa mafura teke those are the songs that we found mo Marimba. Now in this country 20% of Marimba beats that are being played here are my produced through a group and a video hote video mane bana go junior the name just went away but I'll remember when go junior re headwaki the main one video hote Stephen Hapt. Stephen Hapt is the same guy who went to open Banabameti school.
Oh, okay.
Yes, he's the same guy.
Awesome.
So that's why I started my Marimba. So the Marimba journey continued. Ke heta form 3 and then I came to Mausina Secondary School. Ko yana ke arpe ka yanu. Ko sina ko ate yanu ke asetera ra dirisa go shine la bana yanu. Why
Bafana ba Marimba.
What no, tseki bafana ba Marimba. Ne rata Zvaka group yana yana. And I'm so happy that a lot of guys have an excitement e baya ya female as gela. A lot of them are working now and kibana banal family. We meet up sometimes and play Marimba. I went on like that with Marimba.
So and Marimba was like the first thing we express it through music.
Yes.
No, the sound you incorporate mo groove nya gago as from being a kid. Now you have an outlet.
Yes.
So how do you then end up performing for Prince William?
Hey, that story. No, William. He was turning 23, 21. The 21st. You know, hardly ko.
Look, it's the techno yami. But about techno bar twarisa. Information you take away edit. So how did you end up? It was actually it was his birthday party, his 21st birthday party. And this at the palace in the UK.
Yes, Buckingham Palace.
Nigga,
Buckingham Palace.
Ha ke abala story sent. Nna ke tsa gorne le ha mau.
No. Buckingham
You guys
Palace.
went to Buckingham Palace?
Yeah. Kintsana le Mr. Bean. Na kwena go tulisile. You remember?
Oh shit.
And the theme of the party was Africa. Let me tell you the story. What happened?
I'm going to send you the pictures, pa really nice.
Let me tell you the story of Prince William. Hardly ko Shakawe ri tshameka Marimba. So Prince William and the father
the king.
Yes,
sir.
Batorile. And then Habatama Botswana, one of the places they visited, Kidroski's cabins. When I lodging with Droski go Shaka.
Okay.
Droski. So Droski, it's a nice lodge. Have you seen the lodges that Kokasane Bomoana?
One of the things that we were on a budget, you know, you as a mercenary, Vaisa Shapo, Marnersa, the
Moana Lodge.
The Moana Kokasan, yes, sir.
So Droski is just like that.
That's why we didn't land there.
And then it's even more beautiful.
Wow.
So Droski was a friend to Steve Hapt.
Okay.
Stephen Hapt. You really head teacher Arun.
Yeah.
So I'm like, hey, bro, I'm hosting. I'm hosting these guys on Saturday. Can you bring in the boys?
Yeah.
So they can come and play some tunes for them.
But like he said,
so now there is Zvaka. By then, I'm junior. There's time I wrote Hamika lodging. Rohita he wadi drinki, jadi jota logi. Anything that we make. My device not in a multiple last girl. So when the Lebanon was girl by then.
Yeah.
We went there, Rotamika. Guess what? No one knew. Even Steve Hapt didn't tell us. Protocol. Didn't tell us we are playing for the king and Lebanon Bahab. No, Rotamika Rotamika Mangamla. It's 1997, 1998, somewhere there.
Yeah. And
then I started Samga. No one knows who was there. And then guess what? 2003. Imagine. From 1997 to 2003.
Protocol.
We get a call. Guys, do you remember one day? I don't hate this girl. Remember Hasili. Do you remember? Na kongile la Marimba Godroski. So you remember these pictures. So the old man has the pictures, Steve Abt. But remember, this guy, you know this guy. It is the king. But that time.
Yeah.
But his son will turn at 21. So the theme of the party is Africa. So you guys are invited to go and play there. Mate, how about the excitement that day?
My goodness.
We were all called.
Yeah.
Hasn't Arabi Dua, but Oliver. You know Oliver Botswana Craft?
Yes, sir, Mr. Groth.
Yes, I remember. He's a good friend of mine, eh?
No, Munno Leto has done a lot for BW Music. We're going to bring Mr. Groth here.
He's a good friend of mine. He's a good father.
Yeah.
So, Oliver, the set of Marimba that we were using called Buckingham Palace, he reserved Oliver. You know, Oliver used to sell Marimba.
They still have African crafts still there. Even local brands, like, that's how, like, amazing Botswana craft and the Groth family is.
We stayed here for about a week, Remo Kempe. Oliver. I remember it was a house somewhere in extension. Yeah. I think into an embassy.
Okay.
I think embassy, but backyard.
Yeah.
Like smart and nice.
How many of you guys?
There were 6 of us. Yeah. So these guys to follow that protocol. We are being flied here to UK. That whole week rehearse. And then mate, I've never been more. Could I go get more? We had a Johannesburg, I remember. When I coroner plane, that time you
are guests of the Queen.
Let's say the plane. You to replay Hey, first class. Mate, goddamn. What kind of an aeroplane is this? So we're going to first class.
Yeah.
Mate, go Heathrow Airport. Sprinter equipment, and then bus executive bus. And then guess what? Hyde Park, mate. Hyde Park Hotel.
Yeah.
So Hyde Park Hotel is like the hotel in the road. The other side, park and the night, mate. I get floor number, I get 10, I get 13.
Yeah.
What are Sequarbanama Quartes Mopake with Sigurana Jennifer Lopez is playing there?
My God.
Rutile Pakela, she was just a street away from us.
Oh my word, pa.
Pakela, we don't talk to anyone. We don't, Nigeria. So we are not aware. You know what? There's a protocol na go se dingwe ga re brief yo tlhaloganya.
I get security.
So protocol, we don't talk to some guys there, and then some Nigerian guys what are butsa ka go palace. I get ya kwa for at the run up le go bitsa eng go rehearsal.
Yeah.
For rehearsal they've got a club inside there.
Yeah.
Club went blind. Kuri matakare monna.
No, this is high end, pa. This is high. This is levels.
Bro.
Oh, this is the highest level.
So pakela rabusiwa ko masol makhwanya na utela emiana ka re bompopi ba mun. Na ka tele bone ilanta ke ba bona mun.
So you were able to see them this time around, the royal family.
No.
Staging.
No, you know what? Actually, our first day at Buckingham Palace. Mdala, Msadi Mkhulu, the boy, Tenang, they were our Dumedi, Savar Butare, how was our journey? I appreciate Hile. But
you met the Queen.
Now we're just excited, Munna. Keep playing 8 hours, Munna.
This also goes to tell us that a lot of us more south, nothing.
No.
But so about different, blind than here, because let's say like these high officials say, but John Travolta moto kono right is playing near island kwa. Like who are some of the people that you've seen on that maybe before, like gonna go up north there because nna baballa mokura
but the richest guy wa India what hambani o ta ka di plane jet tse pedi la ba tsenya mo Maung airport mo engwe ta really di chef ela le batho ha tsela mo loji la tsiwa lothe na le chef tsa gago security tsa gago a batla nna go atile ka di airplane engwe e ta iro le mosadi le ngwana engwe tsa maka ene engwe tsa maka ma staff a ke buye ka di plane tsa Botswana bo ka vangotse these are small aircrafts I'm talking big aircrafts monna ta ipagame lo ale ha ka swa at least bana ba ba engwe baka sala batswelisa legacy
they never fly on the same one
mate
oh you mean that type of money
hey so
yes
bro
and me batla mo Botswana bone but me why go sa nne le dithabologo like that go go godimo kwana
no I think you know Scar truly speaking ha ke batla go bua ka gore nna ke mo ba dira ga tseba ba itshupile mmala I'm just talking it from bottom of my heart we have got a God sent Messiah la le ka mua le so ya emergency you know Masisi's vision Hanarika Nahatsi and listen to that man very carefully. Everyone.
Yeah.
I'm talking about ministers to the last person on the ground.
Yeah.
Harka retsa monole. But taloganya vision ya gago.
Yeah.
Bere goga ya ka monole abata. Go sna batho ba ring ya ka alika o jwala star especially for creatives yana.
Yeah.
Aba as ha batho are sinusetse be ba palwa go sinusetsa se simola se omelela be re sima re ramo blame gore he's not doing something right. We know that man's vision with creatives le go rana le hatselonele re tshwanetse re tlhaloganya gore di change le gents. He's running this country kana kwa di cell phone when abula Facebook page ya mo bona re ke ibutsile next na speak an idea ha ka bula ke maloba I didn't care about run dilo rona go sena di Facebook but we made it but eno mo irelo re ke di Facebook what thing o tshwanetse ra leke go lekalekana le dio tsa le ha tse change ha gramo ha ka busa ka masiri ha ka busa ka seretse ha ka busa ka ba hitileng ko morago. If we sit down and listen to his vision and listen to what that man is trying to say, especially concerning the creatives,
yes, sir,
we will go somewhere as a country. That man have got a vision the northern part. Give him the second term, he will show you his colors. I don't want to lie to you. Now I've got a privilege. It's not our topic for today, but
no,
I had a privilege.
Some of it,
I've been given a national assignment to do. His Excellency.
Definitely.
Because of my leadership skills and what I've done, some of them definitely. So up north there,
because like everything is down here. Like you couldn't start your career probably because you were all the way up there. We 2004 had to end up starting again at 2010 because no the radio station as someone really I guess
okay, what happened is
apart from the Marimba tutorials. Yes, sir.
What last say that third mean siki number less I got less than 15 or number 16 make sorry so ba bothala ha ba khona ba ntshege gore ke faith ile ba faith ha ba khona gore ba gore ke number 7 mo scale se di artist the alkaline and the acidic table
like
make sure ke na in the middle
neutral ngwanya.
So I sort ke faith ke passe ditiro tsa mtsa diata tsa agriculture ke passe art ya mi ke passe design and technology mi ke passe I could go to this college agriculture. But as I said, na music was like pitch or morona.
So ke gone o re bo o simolla o recorder this is after you finished school, or 2004? Was that when you started? When you decided, all right, Marimba, I'm good at this, but I think I can sing. I think I can produce music.
Okay,
how do we get there?
Before I started with the singing, that's where the manufacturing Marimba part of it comes from. I went to Zimbabwe. There's a school called Morewa High School. Nikilo my music, basics of music, sound engineering. I've got a certificate.
No, we dwell like an
and then I went to Vic Falls. Vic Falls is a cultural village called Vic Falls. So there's a group of Marimba, Marimba Bombira. So it happened when I became like one of my friends. He works there. Go the cultural center. You're playing Marimba like you are not a Botswana, because those things started in Zambia before they came here. We didn't have Marimba run.
Definitely.
So so those guys couldn't believe it. So this guy is the one who introduced me to singing along with Marimba.
Oh, okay.
We had songs, Zimbabwean songs, Chawachi Murenga. So we were playing alongside Marimba. And then Abigail, so I can play Marimba and sing at the same time.
Yeah.
How can I talent? So I can not on Twitter Marimba Janu, manufacture Marimba from welding. Because I got to pass design and technology and because pass art. So pass agriculture.
Yeah.
I mean that's mudimu na go tsengwe go ha design.
But tuna ba rata go tlaona batho ha bana le ability eo. I get in banna ba re VDC ngare it's I don't know how much need the aspiration it's abana kana go tse wa go bo UB go go bo BAC how na all the way ko Magung le bo Shakawe. Ne gona le batho ga o lebella tertiary no lebella gore nka nna ka UB kana ne le gore o itse re keng nka nka khona gore ke ire manufacturing go nka khona gore ke ire di dreams tsa tenne di le kana kang kana go.
I believe this is just God's call. It's God's calling. There's one guy in Italy, he always reminds me of this. I don't remember. So when I go studies, come secondary, during study time. So what nigga ta emela tsa buka but I remember hardcover because ke thoko mo yone be ke robala. We tell na go studies ichana ke sa bale. So when I go engwa ke Robert, teacher mo juti aba hita aba di ga buka ele. Bana ba sekwele ba tshega. Ora ntse ba sale mo gore ke Robert. Bana ba sekwele ba le mo gore le ke Robert bile ke la mathana ke tla class yo tia tshega. So a ke tsoga be ke na embarrassed blind. So ke na embarrassed ke later ke la nkhakulla re be ke re wa la ntshega ya la yana ka mo so le tsoga le shina mi mo le ntebeletse mo TV ke opela. So I
no doubt.
So 3 of my classmates ba buile the same thing. So we dumela gore hey how rare ke tswa khakala le calling ya day. I never knew I would appear on television. I never knew I would go to Buckingham Palace by that time. I never knew I would go to an extent where I could manufacture Marimba. I was called because by the former president. Development Trust. We manufactured 55 pieces of Marimba. That's 5 pieces for each village. Guess what?
So literally set it up
5 for 11 wards with my team. Guess what? The boys sompion ke bona ba tshamanga mo BDF band ba hirilwe ba spana da ba tshamanga Marimba mo band. Ke let's ke kopana le mongwe ke le Podisi. By that time.
That's that shit, yeah.
And guess what, mate? I just want to finish.
I'm cool with that.
I happened to go to Kopana le Murutiwa Bible Life, Dr. Steam, through another guy on Abigail Cohen. Beka hu itaupa ko skwele sabone se sibidwa Hope Missions. Habuka I
I'm not sure if it's
deal with the street kids. Ne collect abana mobo Zola, mobo White City. I think mo lo video African mall.
African mall.
Yeah. Ko le ba fuile di global. Ba ga kulogelo.
Ya ba kulogelo
male. Ne puta malaita go Zola re ba isada. Ga boy school. Na kwa tene se go le se khwaela. Ne le school le workshop ela ga za cam. A di trageta za cam tse dintsi. Guess what? The guys ba ne ke ba ruta da. One of them, as we speak now, could you tell Botoku Nakwena pizza invite interview go BTV. Next corner because of this Khota. One of the guys now, ke attorney mo agreement. Honor Montamazola. I will record with the program ya music and reba ruta about the taking memo Kenya. Aba pass aba ko junior aba ya UB aba ya go study sa konte. He's an attorney.
No doubt.
That's those things that I have done. Scholars have my mates. 2 months, 3 months back, I was there.
Marimba. Wow, man. Hey, so you don't know until you know, nigga.
So,
oh, wow, Chris.
Those are the things, Taylor. I can't hear, bro.
I want to get back a little bit to the music part. And then you blew up, and I don't know what he recorded album thing. No, recorded with intentions of coming to Gaborone, and how you got to a point where you started recording music.
So the Marimba deal and a little sorry about hell.
No,
I had just decided may his soul rest in peace. Isaac Kosi.
Yeah.
I was working with them.
Yeah.
So Nersa Utwane blind.
Oh, okay. Why?
Nersa Utwane some issues studying was we are social media.
Yeah.
Nersa Utwane le tako. Nani kibereka ski. But ene inanali sila ya handled look ayon hela. So
like what, Chris?
So no, you know what? I'm working with you. You're a soldier.
Yeah.
I'm a civilian.
Yeah.
So you want to treat me like a soldier. You get what I mean?
Dinako, like he was keeping you guys up monitoring and stuff.
Do like ilo shapa mawani na pakela report ya uri no mfano kana wa shusha and wa kawa skia rate bi.
Eh. Oh, I was jumping it.
Wa twar.
Eh. Oh, Lord.
But he was my friend anyway.
Yeah.
Sorry.
A lot of people say that. Like a note thing, or I love you, but I hate you at the same time.
Hey, but he was my friend.
Yeah, rest
so
in
what
peace to Mziko, man.
Yeah, but he decided, let me just leave this thing.
Yeah.
I get president, the whole president. So I can't tell you now, president. So we can lift that fear and decided, let me go to Gaps. So coming to Gaps, I got tired of Gaps. Illegal goes Jappy. Bafana Marumba Gabal goes Jab. Jeff Matheatau Pefma goes Jab. Abigail in the show Jeff Matheatau goes Jab. But I got a pizza stage. Better stage as a sota.
Because Rojaiva is another one, yeah. The reason in Rabona, apart from Jeff, yeah. For me, it's you or Jeff.
This is just God, you know what?
So you want like dancing, Hilo like Tiana?
Hey, you know, this is just God, you know what I'm saying? How many when God says yes, no one can say no. Mapakalate Jeff na Torah Holy Christmas. So I decided to just leave the job. We get Torah Jeff Matheatau. Ile Torah here like January. We started like well was job. We get Torah was going furniture, rice, we sing. We get violin rurida. That's okay. Like Ali, I want to check your kaya. Kaya kiko maparangwan.
Yes, but
so we can nada Jeff. So we get nada Sarah Jeff. Backing vocalist. So we give Alamata ba group ya BDF we go. Habai lo dila di fundraise go maparangwan.
Okay.
So kita maleboni ka maleboni kilo civilian here. A lot of people thought kill soul by then. So kita maleboni ba engage. Ba na kupa ba ta kinele soul. But the one thing that I didn't want onale soul go. I had small boys back ba race it well. Ili di captain ida. So matarke onale soul na kile private. That's
and go tata ho mo.
And malaita kinalo ne ba enjoy a blind. Akinalo bo kilo bida good festival yeah.
Akanya gorara attention.
So malaita mataka kitso na le bone ko parangwa ba re ko joina so le di boso to no kana mana u fiti u ka joina na ide tarta go hira what no I can't go to BDF go na private for 20 years small boys but was gelada bas batama ka ditobani la kana small boys ba le upele ba flag ba flag bo BDF so ho gate mo go demoralize hela wa kanya ra Ska ita.
give
Ke
up.
like so little ska tsa letsatsi.
Just like push up, pull up.
Tshwara. So go
And about ruthless again.
So ke Jeff Matheatau ba decide to gela BDF. Ba rana go mo lepol. Ile go mo lepol.
When Jeff left, Nelsa feel or our present. Because this is a job.
Hey.
Ha chiayana, butsholo ba teng bontsi a kana go yeo.
No, Jeff kana ke nna survive sanje something that's why the same way she was like a father to me.
So ke ra go betsholo go spanning yana ha diralo.
No, we tlo betsholo le squad. Squad I think it's betsholo na go go felo media tile blue 3.
Aba ona gore spanning.
You remember ba bona re abana popular yana le go heta bona. Batho ba mrata. So and then hape le go gola squad ka no motona ska bona go re thokomela le go gola la squad na sala pile la no ta ke che Spanish go pusha le tse dingwe ne le gona nyala evadvati so ba to pusha family ya gago a be ke pusha le squad up to 2003 2003 ke yona go re UK go party ya ga Prince so ha ke jikana ke tsena le Jeff ka go la re ke dire ka ta joina group ke tswa mo lepol so ha ke tswa kwa man, something just talked to me, hella no man. Tamo dira record.
Yeah.
Hape no sister sa duela ne sharp ya no.
Yeah.
Next thing in about 2 years when I saw we lo lady sa high. Ko pala le ne Zvaka or ke vaile dadle.
Yes.
So sa tole duela nsha. Ke re ke le ngwana hela ya no. Ha go dule Zvaka gore ke wa dijo ke jama la pain. You know what? Life had a serious but ne ke wara because I was growing up. So what about your lady? I kono remela madi, but I'm in town, you know what I'm saying? And then I decided to leave Jeff. Make him like tell a sharp one. No Jeff take bone ke hustler. Ha ke tsena mo tropo before we MC Maswe. I was the MC, the best MC in town here. What should you try to go Temba. Before
yes,
MC Maswe.
Yes, sir.
That one I can confirm. Next time I like the Wizards. I still remember.
No doubt.
So what happened is nakongwe
Lloyd gore ke na go tsa santsa batla go ithuta kwa sa as well.
Yes.
Because ne ba bona gore sound hip hop wasn't working and niki ke lona a secret weapon.
Yes. So abeki
Temba.
be ke tshwaragana le bo Lloyd wa bona. Bo Lloyd ne ga ba di shots tsa bone ba mpika ke ona MC go shots tsa bone. And then what happened is okay, I'm going to say this. My wife will she knows I love her.
Long time ago.
So, I get Jeff. I get a tell you I'm sure now. But change the Rantamo station. Kagibona, the thing. Higher hope. I'm going to look at Jeff from better to worse now. What's what? So, Nagonwanti Katie the hella. Coletata, ya no. Nago ke na le Cisco B wa hustler ka Cisco ke ntja di mama so ke mothusa o rekisa di tape and some CDs and nago ngo chirele availe go station ko Spanish ke mo ita 1000 so ke mo shapa 1000 te so 1000 te ke mo shapela efetu ke na le hanga ya o recorder studio di atura ora mthako ngona recorder gospel mo broadcast takatela la afronyana ke tona bidio ama go mo broadcast dela one
I'm not sure
I was introduced to the guy ke tumelo mafoko
okay
chere ile file ke 1000 so chela tenel ha chase no le blind so accountability am dinas
agaska ne show
so election ke
that's a lesson a go ne lesa go nna thata gantlelenyana o tsa gore ke tsile grand kanti
so I can get 1000 chere la chase la ke decide ke molela rona I told you about that relationship ke ga fire aber khagana sharp we na ke bile le tumelo rile there's another guy how ka taka 1000 na I'm play your keyboards and stuff or duela mthakole ber duela samurai ata tsamke ka ta ka mtshwarsa about 200 but then ne le Zvaka
Karo ba samurai re di hit ka bo 2 clip
tata abe ka bo 2 clip wa re
no a ke ne ke vale
abe ba ko studio samfana wa bona
bua lina la braya
ha tsena ko studio samfana ole be ke dira pina ngwana e teme album a Zvaka Pressa ne sa popa mara ke le title so ene bidia thaku du ya mukerenge tukineto he ya du ya mutu kineto he ya du ya mukerenge thaku du ya mukerenge that's a folk that mbukushu folk song everyone knows du ya mukerenge wa mbukushu go Shakawe so that's the first thing that came into my mind
let me do
this guess what because apina ile wa de hela le CD takola stana master ke tsaya CD mataka wizards about Chris rali shogo ka sana let's go CD. So what I used to do is before getting a stage MC, nigga pina I'm take better DJ cut.
Yeah.
So but why put a music in my own what kind of music is this?
Yeah.
It sounds nice. Hard one to emela like asani. Hard time mo brothers there. Solo bia ba letsa malaita wizard. Ke tune ba buisana e.
Yeah.
Because damn it, this is the guy.
Madheart Studios.
Hey, Madheart Studios. This is the guy I want to see.
Yeah.
Hakabulu with Batam Tango. So they knew me by that time.
Yeah.
Because Nigita the CD Taka Jeff go and get the rekis. Can I cut the CD Taka Jeff? So now Nigil salesman.
Yes, sir.
Talking them to Nigita. So now Stan Kitty, I to looking for how much at.
Hey.
Hartan Halagoma ko Mighty Song.
Yeah.
There was a festival, Mighty Festival there. Yeah. So le be ha ta ke monela CD e ngwe ke di le motel so ke tsaba ke di ha batho ke monela CD man so le be I want to record I want and o itse na go hele mona ha sa itse ya ka bo rena yala bo re record studio but ba iputsa go re monna o ra record radio ba wa be ke nela so le be that CD man no re tsa CD ne ke batla go recorda kwasa mara ke opela ka sembukusho so le be but concept that thing ke one wise that guy is creative abere ka sane
I remember tribal monks.
Yes.
Or David Skizo.
Legends.
Like big legends.
A better show ya wizards Friday. Saturday. Bila kokile hana le manganganyana di Zvaka hone hale. Matakala ke sa duelo sharpu ka no gorile. Ke ga go na scandal nyana.
No go sna le tomu ki mo ra tsa la bone yana.
Eh, ara ta manganga blind, ara ta Zvaka ke ne mamthakole.
Khati manne mona. Lo ke la ra baisa le makimo ka 3 grand.
Ara ta Zvaka.
Malombo.
Malombo.
Yeah.
Mtakola ara ta Zvaka.
What's Malombo? Skaba mura.
Ara ta Zvaka no ke la itaro. So ara re hona le khwirinya na Zvaka ka Saturday. Hantsi ke ntsela ke bona mogala ke araba phone. Mona ke sola. Hey Chris. Damn, I've been looking for this kind of rhythm, man.
Yes, sir.
When you come back on Monday, come to the studio, we sign a contract. In fact, matakala kana ba pile 500 MC ya man. Utore redule ko ka sano ta tsena mamao. Ke sa robala, ke le di biri ka madi a lo hotel. Take no tsela yo. Ke excited mona go I'm going to sign with Madheart Studios. What? Mate,
that's crazy, but
Hakisna ki khora ka Monday. There's one lesson. I'm going to talk about it. That guy gave me a contract, mate. From page 1 up to page 10 year contract. I haven't read anything. I got a sip. I sign a Mutakolon tell her no contract. We sign it. We sign. Don't tell her to keep Busa. Muna, I hope it's an element of protesting. Students are not necessarily. Remember, no hit a BBS. That's when I look at him, Alijane. You remember?
I remember como Raoka,
Bostivo America, Libo Seed, Radipata
DJ Seed, Radipata No, I know the studio.
So I didn't. Still contract with Kleber, Bala, make you put a BBS, make you push it.
Even a DVS or no matter.
I will keep saying let me tell you. So let me, I think that guy, Mudimu Mudirisa, he knows how to search talent.
Yeah.
I think that guy, he listened to the voice, the instrument. Even
the way you're singing it,
that thing.
I would have loved it. Even right now, it can work.
Yes.
You feel me?
No.
To this day, it can still work.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I get my album.
Yes, sir.
A lot of people are barricaded instruments about the remix.
Yeah.
Sly about the remix, Zvaka Pressa.
Yeah.
But anyway, it's a topic for another day.
Definitely.
Mate. Solo be I get to go about Tarmon, saying, look, contract a. So now I don't tell you, I'm going to studio. No one like how new ante was Matia Roja the drink. I was a friend to the big guys now. Mate.
Hey, come on.
Zvaka Pressa, the album, real album of Zvaka Pressa. We recorded that thing in 4 days.
My nigga.
I was too hungry.
You wanted it.
And
yeah.
I had, it was here. And guess what? Zvaka Pressa was not in the list.
Zvaka Pressa.
It was not in the list.
Who the reaction?
Let me tell you.
Everyone knows.
Yeah, it was not in the list. Zvaka Pressa. So maybe I'm tired to record. I'm like, no, not ready, mister. So the following week, come Monday, and guess what? Zvaka Pressa kana record like my cat. But in engine like my cat.
Leroy.
My lighting and my cat. I get rata.
Yeah.
Those guys Tony Zvaka Pressa. There's no artist you're swearing album when the Tony Yapina Zvaka Pressa. You can listen to all the music. I listen to all the good guys.
Was it
The
Leroy and KG?
Eh?
Was it Leroy and KG?
Yes, Leroy and KG.
Yeah, version.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
You remember?
I remember them well.
Mate, Matheatau album injerency album in 4 days. Ksa roba mataka lebar no kusa break na record ya.
Yeah, little Zwaka.
Little kitwaka to tabana ki sokotsi play.
Hey, man.
I've long wanted this.
And it's happening.
And Jose Masamba was there. He was playing his soul, rest in peace. He was playing the guitars. And then how I recorded Zvaka Pressa. You know, with music, we need to be creative.
Yeah.
I'm advocating for promoting language and then promoting our culture.
Yes, sir.
And I want to be the first Mumbukushu to be popular at the same time, you know, that hype.
Yes, sir.
That's what I should do something. So to start. Why is this ska? G-West starts. Why is this ska? Why is it a mate? Like take a cat, but you said it way. I don't want to be a hoopera. Let me
All day, Papa.
Mate. Hanging station in Matheatau, I had the bus from Zimbabwe, but Rafuba. Nearly tell us I'm a blind. So Hansmala said the back and so hey, Zvaka Pressa, Zvaka Zwanyam. So it's Shonanyana because of that girl. You remember?
Yeah, the Shona lady.
So it's Shonanyana can communicate and Shona.
Yeah.
Because guys, can't just let us kill the Zvaka Pressa. No, it's a lingo, yeah, Shona, Zvaka Pressa. Yera Hotata blind. Abigail from there. I slept overnight. The following day, I had lyrics to Zvaka Pressa. You know that thing, yeah?
What does it talk about? Like,
you know that thing here? Yeah. Karomadi mukashine me no mina miseni.
Yeah.
Karomadi mukashine me no mwana sisora.
Yeah.
No mwana Shakawe. You know where I got that line from? Kilimo basi hela kitwa niki ikile kanyi. Kitwa kanyi kilimo basi hela. Bakula pinengwa disco radio.
Yeah.
So there was a melody hela wa disco.
Yeah.
That thing when I stayed in my mind overnight. In the morning,
that melody.
That melody.
Yeah.
In the morning, I had the song Zvaka Pressa. It was not in the album. Like hit a recorder. So Zvaka Pressa was a bonus song.
Wow.
And let me tell you, Halin Sulam said, you know, Musadion Karabare, no mana Shakawe.
Yeah.
No mina misani.
Yeah.
That's Liza. That's Liza.
Mangwanda, Zerito.
Mangwanda was my friend like this. Not was.
She's a sweetheart, man.
Good hella, you know, you have more hustler.
Yes, sir.
Mangwanda is always my friend because Nerdi dancer wrote to go Jeff Matheatau. So
yeah.
I knew when Rebecca Jeff, she has a sweet voice.
Wow.
I knew Sliza can sing before anyone knew that Sliza could sing.
She can do her thing.
So can now beg Zvaka Pressa. As I told
I think that was also the catch. Apart from harmony, the fact that that was another thing because a lot of the time it was the same formula. Like the house creativity, but more no we change but no the harmony.
Yeah. These guys were singing straight.
Yeah, it was all straight.
These guys were all straight. So I had to be good creativity. God-given talent. You never go wrong.
But the harmony grew easy through Marimba.
Yes, through Marimba now. The soprano, the tenor, the baritone, the bass. Yes.
So no, it was a 2.0.
And let me tell you one thing, mate. The day Enrico Zvaka Pressa, V came to the studio. Mampizi. He's my friend.
What's new?
He's my friend. That guy,
amazing.
You remember V had a pin in it. Zvaka Pressa, I'm Dara. Shit, that song. Peter Zvaka Pressa go studio. The next thing you tell Arlise Pina, it enable Zvaka Pressa, Mtara, Zvaka Pressa, Zvaka what? But they get a no light,
Hey, OD. You need to say, but but what would you tell people about Honora Bairalo back in the day? What do you think about his role in music in Tota? Because a lot of people have a V story. Everyone on a story sing but how about you not dominate throughout everything?
You know easy. Let me tell you. That's one guy, when it comes to strategy, some music he's good. He's a counter-attack.
Very.
I think I've used the right word.
The right word, yeah.
V would look at the market. Would look at the market and analyze and see what he can do. So, brave me lori. Hakalem hori camera how it better than camera itutsi. Brave me lori kono to camera awi diris. What's he's that brave. What's
and that
thing would work for him. So when I was talking about the real, could not so to when I like Kotadle, not an album Kotadle. Let to Telakamaka.
Yeah.
He's a liar. Me Halamakayalo, but Rata because we tell him to on a current affairs. Buy a play. Maybe the cat I do to the Mosca, and I do to them more crazy, and I do to them more Noel. About that direct cat hour. No, I know, you don't know. The president was here yesterday. He was in Zimbabwe with Mnangagwa. He was eating pani and whatever. Yeah. Me how you bala come ra tell no Mickey Hone. The Pamper Diabu or me on president in Zimbabwe. Those kind of guys. Yes,
sir.
Get talent. But what? But this like Satan. I saw Hamudi. Get talent. Elori Diabu who did some Some guys are rich because of lies. You know that.
I know.
Like that, il cooler box boy hela. Open the driver the cruiser rada.
I remember
the cooler box boy. But someone Marimba hela out tamo. Can't you know what is attender? I go get. Can't you know? Twara site I get. Can't you drive a cruiser? Can't you walk But those guys, there's nothing you can do about it. It's not God's given talent. It's Satan. They don't have that current to transmit the Holy Spirit from heaven to earth.
Definitely.
So how's careful go destroy?
No ke bone majitaba ba go maumba ene gore daddy o mne le dikula box boy hela ya no the Brazil le go tlhoka hetso gore le gore ya no ba blokile mahu re palo go tsena
story sa mahu
ba batla gore ha re tsena kwana kana e be le gore ra ba rapela kana ga ba batla gore nanga ka go ra banyana kere le itekile be le makei.
Hey, you can't.
Why would I do that? So they start getting afraid of having people come over because because those are not really the positions that they've always been in.
True that.
But anyway,
let's continue. From my dad.
Okay. How do we release the album?
We had a program called Matheatau. I was part of the staff somebody had there because Solobi was treating me like a family.
Definitely.
Mate, Solobi was the first nigga. Once in somebody got 20,000, I want to pull an account. Because we're in a like a envelope. Account number.
That's another story for another day.
Yes. That guy is the first guy who put an account. My FNB.
Yeah.
About loaner 20,000. Zvaka
Advance.
No
sign. No
album. We had a program called B2 and we do local small house local extravaganza.
On Sundays.
And I do like Steve Temon.
Oh yeah,
small house local extravaganza.
Yes, small house local extravaganza. Yeah.
Mate.
Steve was it powered by Orange?
Yes. Steve and I make a story. I want to lady hitang asatala pina. Mate. I remember na ko ngoma ke para be basic sa se get ras. Eta e betsa ke ba tabolela msadi mo ke mora kere. Kana pina ke a me. Kira abi ka ba o khanetsa bo. Nekisi pope shapo hapa wena. E pizza mo radio. Batho ba be tumetse. Tsene mo di se ba ra di hey, go tile mshwana ngwati ke mo Zimbabwe yana. Ke no apina
Kana re khautse pelo. No khautse batho ba le baya pelo because like when the song came out, like how I was trying to set up the interview go nteng gore batho ne ba sa itse gore o mokae. But il gora gore haela mo local extravaganza yana. Why register or ke Motswana? What language is he talking? And the energy, I get to go perform on the West. You know what I mean? So for you, when you blow your thing,
so this happens. The bus conversation. I should think, what should I do? So it's kind of different from these guys, from these niggas.
Yeah.
You know, Afro represents an African man, mate. I remember the Jackson 5 family. Michael Jackson was father was a musician.
Yeah.
Those guys, the father had only one guitar.
Yeah.
And he was teaching those guys music through that one guitar. Yeah. Michael Jackson's father. And one day, that guitar broke. You know what happened to the family? They got sad.
Yeah.
Until he brought a new guitar.
Yeah.
So I used to follow that family. So the Afro tail, the
Jackson 5.
Jackson 5.
Yes, sir.
I used to love that.
Yeah.
So these guys are representing Africa. And this thing represents an African man.
Definitely.
You know, the groot man are the mine, the dirlean, and the chamari old lady blind, yeah?
Matheatau.
And the chamari old lady, the old lady in a half sleep. Where is half sleep?
Half sleep.
Conor. So what's that? This represents an African man.
Definitely, pa.
That's when the idea of Afro came from.
Yeah.
Afro me antagire mo. Because impatient.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I could have done my own.
And left it all the way up.
We get that Afro, they with a magic Afro.
Okay.
They with a magic Afro. Mate, I got to hug for the show. You know, I could go with you for 7 days, 10 days. Did a month of youth against age 8.
Yeah.
I bought my first car. It was a Mercedes, man. C240. A green one. Van, go down the similar patrol. Guess what? Nakajama daddy surely the bookings. The city they are reki sapo. Me I go they are told.
Okay.
We give well contract. Get a contract quite low. It's 5%. Make a well contract.
Wait a minute.
So, give Lexi said, Naka to my city Akubukana one.
What are Sugera?
Yeah, I can't surrender. Get a problem.
Can't take Amrauka Kwana.
I know.
5%.
20,000
Christ.
Oh, then I quail.
Hey.
Since Holika cover the 5%. So 20,000 to 5,000. How many percent? 5% Abigail.
5%, yeah. 200,000.
200,000.
Probably 200,000. No, yeah, probably 400,000.
So, Aurora is 400,000. The copy Botswana hello about the same guy.
What the
so that I can just since you better get 20 grand you say
okay, so now
so ke money.
How do you o tsore ba lo ke mang gape se sha
contract malaiti anu kina le Zvaka anu kina le connections tsa malaiti di lawyer nyana
Tibisenda
mo gapsi abalada wa malaiti atsenes gela shapu kina le ba balela bari wasar
obusa mo confront
no I begin excited like you know what this guy gave me what I really wanted.
The opportunity.
What I wanted is an opportunity to express myself.
Definitely.
Through music.
Yeah.
That's what one thing. And then what happened is, the ringing tone.
Yes, sir.
You remember when I released the album Let's Go Mabani? Mate, that thing made money. I was the second best ringtone downloaded from Mafikizolo. The third guy was V. Zvaka Pressa.
Yeah.
I got 13 grand.
Yes, sir.
And 13 grand is a certain percentage. I don't know the contract there solo the orange. 13 grand that is a certain percentage
of the whole amount. So
so I don't know the contract the orange. Now give you like a small ask it was 13,000. That was good money for drinking tone by then. What's what? 13,000, what's 13,000? 2007.
That's that was dope. Yeah. Gape o sa itse gore batho ba reka di ringtone gape wa bona. Yeah, that's money you don't even as a core business a gago.
We spent I think full 2 years with Billboard you go Game City. Out of Game City, Kinalevia. Yeah. If you remember it.
Yes.
That was my face day. It was burning on the sun. Me excited to redo all of
So what are you never? How many albums did you end up releasing though, as Chris?
Small House Records. Pressa. I mean, but I have like 4 albums.
You have 4 other albums. So it's no release but you now independent artist.
I didn't even care what contract hela
because the way that show,
I was making a lot of money.
Yeah.
And then finally na some parasagari show.
Yeah.
Na sorry no artist I pay. That's why next time you so like no Gaza
sometimes I'm getting all this money. Let him get his share.
That mean nanta ya ka ngwana gago to.
Yeah.
Like a friend
Yes sir.
What's what? Ko hela ke thata ke influence go motho. Do you think with Amarasta and Gilligan judge go away, but
yeah,
it's such a man and Lin. He was like,
so I
hit like a so could I influence him too? So he was like a father to me. I love that guy.
I feel you, pa.
And then we go on. Rabeta, what are the presidential awards?
Yeah.
The first presidential competitions. 2008.
Yeah. 2008, 2009.
Hey.
Yeah.
Mate. We got this competitions.
Yeah.
Like better one, number 1, backtrack. That year I won 2 awards.
It's a boom.
It's a boom.
Presidential awards.
Presidential. Oh, how do you boom? Okay, boom. I had 1 award in a best backtrack. The second year we get a winner best video in Zvaka Pressa. You know the video was talking.
Yes.
Video hela kabuyo ni hela.
And
then the third year we get a winner best kwasa group rap.
Yeah.
I only got 3 awards from Bomu. But hona competition when you orange video orange butsuri award.
Okay.
And right and like the artist come there submit the video Jonian. They got number 3 number 1 Ilin Digo Joa, second Ilipuna Habasiam number 3.
Yes, sir.
That makes 4 awards again.
Yes, sir.
And then before the competition Matheatau tunayano.
Yeah.
So the simula 2008.
Yes, sir.
Nigilo tendency category 1.
Yeah.
But there was another award. Category ate in a video the most popular artist.
Yeah.
By then, ke ona go bo mafikizula ba let's ka mabani ke pusha Zvaka Pressa is a rete. And
everyone knows.
And then criteria ya award ni le gore yo we winner. Mo batho ba selectilweng to come to the finals. Yo we winner. O tla ba le teko di finally.
Oh, okay.
For the competition. So what happens? Ke build the stage. Ke le group tse ngwe tsa marokara go France Town mo ba ngwe tse dingwe tsa jazz mo ke tshameka live na kwa teng.
Yeah.
Ke build ha ke go lo stage go iswa announce di awards ke a ke lo reka gold on se go BBS ka dinao go ke celebrate ke si go iswa announce di awards. So ba go tie ngwe award e ya no we ito buya ke di judge. Guess what?
Yeah.
One of the performers when I start perform ko hona Negro at go video pack
Park 27.
Eh, ka no pelo bitsa at Park
27. I get ne le tsholofelo park. Yeah, it used to be tsholofelo park.
But the Park 27
o ka ne dira gela go ne ha.
Pupu ya mthakole ka yalo.
El Negro go ngona.
Okay.
That's a good question. El Negro ka ina ba.
Pupu ya mthakole libina la go
dimo so dancing on his grave.
Guess what? One of the artists when we competed award was V.
Ooh.
And by that time, we had a stage with a view. We go hukunzi. Na le event da.
Yeah.
So what driver? Na go perform na what driver? Go ra khono to tshwara nako ya eng? Ra tsene mo stage. Ene ya cha na re khatile monwana ya fathers ka go ro. Kantele ke a go leadiwa mona. A to leaditse ba golwane gona le go no go tswa go ketiwe hela wa go ro. Abigail magadina because no.
We can't do this.
But we have sacrificed our time.
Yeah.
So we have sacrificed our times.
Yeah.
Because this show was Friday. I was booked for Friday.
Yeah.
But I had to cancel because I need to come for the awards.
Yeah.
For the competition. So but somebody decided to go and do a performance after the performance.
Yeah.
Because you know it's too big you people.
Yeah.
Beki khana kile khangangwa ko mara ka stage mo base. You know, takola ha ka perform.
It doesn't make sense. Is there and then you're waiting for someone who's not there.
So beki nganga hela mthakole o gorga ile bile go announce for number 1 kima the most popular artist Chris Manto7. That's why I got double awards that time. I got 2 awards. Guess what? Bashimane mo tropo ba etsa ka Matheatau name.
Shit.
Ba etsa ka Matheatau we already see PP is my friend anyway. Ke bua kana go ene.
Yeah.
He went to an extent ya ba tsena go radio da. I think in America mo ene mo ne go dada.
Hey, yona ya rena FM.
Hey. Abatsena da. Ababu amariga no, mfano na sa utsieditswe na sa deserve award ye bile le frère la sharp. Mate. So someone heard that. Hey, when I'm talking about bile ko radio. So mapelo ya me, who is the guy? Bampulela no. Ki PP.
Yeah, give him.
Avec vaila go.
Oh no.
Ko Gibbs FM. Because you could replay ya PP. Ko ya rona. You could replay ya PP. I just want to listen to it. Bango bakile barbato jada. So akituna kwa ni system manager wa kima.
Ka tsotso re imagine Chris wa one. Kana ko yeo. Tsotso re le tlhaloganya gore re bua. Okay, he's a big man now, but like you have to understand. Hey, hands were going to be
so no, nakwate Shakawe is the manganga blind. Nani Saudi, no don't think I clap a fair. Whether how big you are, get over the heart. Why it's never no ha GH here. The Malaita Mazin. Come on, Lichum Zatan. There are like our higher la Malaita, what about Mura science? Why don't I casino guitar? I know. The club where I go never pay a bridge way. They want to take a bit of Lulema security.
Ozone.
Yeah. So you know how rough I was by that time.
I know. He's good to have on your side.
I need that replay. I want to hear what this guy said. Kita look about Maruri. Tago bile di tsadi bile go radio da. So kinta ha tsela we guy uta bothoko like but you know this guy. I'm go talk a lot go bua ka di awards go bua ka di fro.
Ka di fro.
Abe mona monyana me mo nteng mona. Ne pesa ke tsa so rumella mona. O supetse batho ba re diteng. Mo sale mo nteng mona. That lady is so beautiful.
Yes, definitely, Papa.
Beautiful, not kira konte hela.
Yeah.
The heart.
Yeah.
He was a manager at Tops.
Yeah.
He was a manager at Manex.
Yeah.
Una tsere mathakale yana.
Yeah.
Ila tokela Tops asalawa. Ila tokela Manex asalawa. That's the power of that lady. Tepam.
SV.
Hey.
SV.
That lady. You can't touch that.
Why is he talking about her?
So I don't know why he's talking about it. He's talking.
How about Tom?
There was some like the criteria to say you like Abasad. But they can meet Twarela. By then, happen okay. Nagwate Hanesi Pera Malaita, you know, Basimla Hassel.
Yeah.
You know.
But we've grown it now.
Happen to get that class, Manaquate,
yeah.
Charity Transi,
yeah.
You can go the block or go face something. San go local woman, Sana speaking the woman called San. What's her? No, I no, Napate to
no, never go to block 5.
No, imagine 2010 home 8 o'clock when answer.
No, talking to Avoga.
Right
now. Everyone knows.
Halim ko channel west ko ne ha. Ubidal duma kana te ubidal ha. Ona le west yo.
Duma ha. Before bo kapa dona ba voga batho ba ga mantunya na sharp. No snow poeletsang wa go nna da.
So na hela hypanya no jam ne ke rata class. So I speak in the mailo ha. So ne ke o nyatsa blind o simula mpua ke lebela rona ka ke you know. Ne ke na le ego nyana that time. What's what?
It helps. It helps. Because this is the music business.
Interesting worry na ke out of trouble.
Definitely.
But you know, 1-2,000 tamsado but uboka bangu re basadi ba wena ba kaya no I guess so I'm not wishing anything to anyone but I was not happy by that.
Okay, we're going to keep going on.
So God's time is the best.
No, I mean
anyway, God's time is the best. Okay, we can go look for interview 2008. It's there. Those guys keep records.
What do you think died more music industry in Botswana? Because where do you think shit went wrong?
You know what went wrong? Malaita was similar when I repusha. Passion ya runa. Bo bata wale baya blind. One, you want to record. you don't have the voice.
Yeah.
Me, let me tell you one thing. Why is it that I want to tell you lesson here that's how banganya the vocal cords.
Vocal cords.
And there's some few things that you can drink to fix your voice and learn how to sing. Start from tonic sulfur.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then fix your shit. Sorry.
Yeah. Fix your shit, nigga.
Fix your shit and then go to the studio and record. A lot of guys are going to the studio, they sing nuts.
Yeah.
They're off key. Mutata on key.
Yeah.
And then music at house na really siwa. Hakitura go radio. Khona mutho hirle o sa itse sepeka music. Kana go tsewa mutho he.
Ba bantsi
go
go di radio.
So a go tsa mutho o dirile accounts bo ra tsa music ya batho go radio. Wa tshware graya.
It's usually about IT.
So that's what
because by to load by to schedule, by to the computer program. So it's not usually motho it's in sound.
So I can't give you a tree. Usarate star. Who's toko man. Because one, how to sing a new guy. Two, how to sell let's guy moleta. Star so you can't get someone who doesn't know anything. Music. Our Nikolai Brareda. Can I select that pin? We let our music the quality of radio hella. Obanka music most of the time so banka those mixers they're advanced. So you can play around the sound.
Yeah.
So and that thing hella we on Ebola industry. Hagi khale artist
Yeah.
My aim I should have a studio because I've realized we have got a lot of artists from the north.
Definitely.
At the meantime, can take a studio some tagomo at the Carlos CMD, but obey the Momau.
Okay.
But Shakawe, go higher on a studio. So I need to build one there. I need to get a professional like Apenda Gatuta because he's a music teacher.
Definitely.
So we put those guys in classes. We do good music. But now, we put those guys on tutorials and then infuse marimba with old instruments because compare no ga kwa etamikiwang imo not on as blind because we dirisa kapenda dirisa atikima mtagole samurai we are using same artists test their music compare ni tshwana hela epina yas mama itshwana le ya mama how change le mahoko hela utshwana
and le bona bana ba modimo ba imelwa kana ke bonela who've been carrying how kwasa and house kwasa
how long
for 25 years if it's not kapenda it's Josiah or it's samurai
so that thing hela ka buyone it kills music ubona Daddy Alfred has his own touch of music so hakitsu kana malaiti yana ba munyatsa kana ba re
akiri ku relaxed
you know that's rumba mate
I know
that's rumba
it's very relaxed.
It has
music.
to be relaxed and communicate how tamikiwa on.
Emotion.
That's why Bembayone ba parla di Sutu.
Yes sir.
Akere hore ba para makgasa ba molato.
No, ne ka bona fa lipupa apere di tailor-made suit ba le 10 mo stage.
Coffee Multimedia. You know all those guys.
Yeah.
Ke music hela o lo slow, wa communicate music on.
Yeah.
Rumba music go communicator. So but ha ke gola nna ke ithutile se one ka rumba music ya teo ka ro harlugane it means o mongwe hela gona le slow gona le fast gona le soundang e halugangwa ke snare drum engwe e halugangwa ke I've got a lot of guys who go Congo but some ka rumba but rumba ta we retsa autori harlugane you listen to Kofi Olomide he's just playing the same thing that's played by Kanda Bongo Man.
What about Ju Mater?
And then Ju is playing, you know, the rhythm that Ju is playing. Rhythm DJ. There's another guy what DJ na toka. No adopted from Congo. You go and listen to another guy na toka la ona khwetsa scooter na video ma DJ Arafat.
Okay.
You search for DJ Arafat, listen to his rhythm. That's why. But Ju, the nice thing, music or wrote hela music ro adopted ho ngwe. Bertaro dira waruna na ke o fusitse kae a fusion ya sembukushu and bukushu rhythm.
Yeah.
But you about that age.
That kid doesn't play around.
You know that boy. That boy is a killer. Ju has been there.
Where?
It's because the problem Ju na le malaita amangwe hela o re malaita gantse a talented.
Yeah.
So na le malaita
Chokoma
ba
as
le mo di
well.
hustle, but I think Jew nasa pap nasa story.
Yeah.
So and then he joined another guy. I think Chukuma. They were with Chukuma happy.
Yeah.
So and then all of a sudden, Chukuma knows Jew.
Yeah. Hey.
And then that's when
Business.
Jew, I think, God's time is the best.
Yeah.
That's when Jew realized, I can do this.
I can do this myself as well. Because he's young also.
Mate,
Wabon. Yeah.
I talked to that boy.
Yeah.
Because I want to organize some events. I'm growing up.
Yes, sir.
So, but I'm a musician. Kirata events.
Yes, sir.
I'm an event planner.
Yes, sir.
So I want to organize an event go Shakawe I'm rata blind.
I feel that.
The fusionality is staying into this thing with the Kalahadi mix, the Kalahadi language and their rhythm. Compare that thing now. Popular what's
I was on tour go Mulepolo this girl at Tiribo 5 years. So usually when we're MCing, you try to get the DJ to play something that will get the kids' attention. Like the ha jala to but that bariana ba kukuta yana nkare ke dipolo go tswa.
What ke bone ka ena made? Tsena ya la penwa se la vet.
Mona bipila tsa tele.
Hotetse go iketile go next go jiwa piano e jiwa. All of a sudden lela
Chokoma.
I'm better than Pinera Jukube.
Yeah.
Utomana Maketa Emelela. How when I emeleta Maketa and Boy Surya, there's something good we are doing. The Gabana Gibita Zvaka Pressa out.
No change hela. It reminds me of Nakota Zoka Press.
Gibita Zvaka Pressa. I became a camera agree. Like Ska. So Ska can enjoy my music.
Ke ngwana mo ntshane why is or.
Ka go gana o kile dira show ko Manex. Go trekkers go tops.
Definitely. Ke gone go ne bana ba ntshara teng go ne ko.
Manex is a lighting yana tsa makoleng yana mo ya shoe male dreading yana. O tsara isa pop. I'm being to contact mon. My father loves you a lot, man. Hey, I'm the first. At least we do my rapper.
Oh Lord.
Hey, to love kwasa. Kina liketela ntaurata kwasa. Yager time Zvaka Pressa is doing it.
Yes, sir.
Ke rata blind. So you know what? We have got a lot of musicians. They don't take their time to do their music, and then the presidential competition is of good cause. But problem I make you realize gore.
But National Arts
Those guys national has to be do
Yeah.
So haisna come on.
I think so. National Arts competitions.
Those guys have to compete, especially back on North. They go. But I want next year bailo the single bailo competition. So what are we doing to capacitate those boys?
To keep them motivated.
Recorder, but the album goes somewhere. A lot of them. Kima like dala hela mo di bare mo di bare yo ni mo na ibolele industry
Guys,
it is going to emergency lichone blind but lichone sharp libola ide you can't go and perform ka 2000 mo go bare
motho ene a kanya go roja bokae mo counter
do bara ene ha dire madi mo ka me these guys were di bare they should know okay I'm calling an artist selo sa rona ke buka ko ka berna le selo hela sa rona ke bukana o pepa mo bare
Mneka bua le slice ka idea now and she has a different understanding gore ene o itse rate ya gagwe and maybe ba mo nela rate ya
the rate ya no mathata te gore but ba bona the upcomings we taka ka single yana one blind
grand
abeta charge grand ne but no antas mama chase the grand ne mona na o ka charge okay so you want me Manto7 Zvaka Pressa come and play for a grand go bare fed
and you have a bar yourself.
Can I buy that? You know that bar in Kirana Gomao. I used to call in for Sundays the Jackson family. Eugene Clement, Jackson and the father, the Clements.
Yes, sir. Clement. Yeah,
Who
Clement
is
Jackson.
Eugene?
Eugene is around. Eugene and Clement Jackson.
But, no,
the father and son.
No, the son is Clement.
The son is Eugene.
The son is Eugene. The father is Clement.
The father's got a double guitar.
So I used to call them Gobarayam.
SV.
So when I give a beat, I give 1,000.
No, you can't do that.
That's why that bar was successful.
Definitely.
That's why Netala, because I loved class.
We're about to get towards the end of conversation now. And I want to talk a little bit about Honor. When was it for you decided, or I'm going back to the north? Gents.
Regile Zvaka blind. A buyer blind.
Is what?
and you have got kids,
Yeah.
you've got your mother, and excitement that gaps by then. No, it's not separate.
Yeah.
But it just came to my mind. Okay, how do you spend in Canada? Kitura Zvaka. Bongwana ke ba parai, ba jaying, ba ireng,
Yeah.
and then long distance relationship I span. So how long na mo bolela re wa khona ka long distance relationship wa ya.
Yeah.
So that's a dream.
Yeah. The
devil utsenze go Satan utsenze letsogo ka tsela engwe le hore you won't understand.
Yeah.
So long distance relationship I span.
Yeah.
So to simula to gala mosadi ko mawela o tonna mo gap sela. Khwedi o go bolinga sela. Una bo 5,000 le manyana. So fra go no ntshela go 6 months ngwaga o to go emetse. So think about those things. What kind of kids you want to raise?
Yeah.
What the khudisa bana bantse.
Yeah.
Ha ke batla ngwana ke batla ba struggle like kids.
Yeah.
Okay, now I haven't struggled because nigga papa so come to story.
Hustler.
Ska struggle I want hustle. Ke na re bitsa hustle.
Yeah.
So ke batla go khudisa bana bale le mosadi ole. Ba tsene square ke ba support ba bana le talent like na le mongwa le karate. He has been all over Namibia, South Africa is kicking boys.
Chris.
And then I've got the firstborn who train a pilot to go Durban. Talent and the last boy who did standard 2. He's multi-talented. I don't know what I'll do. So I wanted those guys to grow up to something tomorrow and look up to me. And those guys, they look up to me. Not only as their father, as their mentor.
Yeah.
Because the stories on Ziggy because one, I don't go out to the bar. You can't find me more bar I would go to an occasion when le froyan.
Yeah.
Mount Logi when Miss Botswana.
Yeah.
Go and have our lunch there.
Yeah.
We come back. It's all family.
Definitely.
They don't see me. People don't see me.
Yeah.
Because you constantly my family. But I do performances, mostly corporate. Follow my page if you allow the Chris Manto7.
Yeah.
You will see my performance. I did corporate shows.
Yeah.
I'm not paid peanuts.
Yeah.
Though my dad high enough for affect you COVID. Or recover from the colo and stuff like that. But now I won't come to your show. Uruton 5,000.
Yeah.
Yeah. So le arjumala ne hela kita go dire le performances smarty umpe madia ke abatang. Do you nice so kena lipina tidi sha.
Yeah.
I record as well against the hell.
Yeah.
I've got a lot of songs, but I'm just waiting for the right time to release them. Then we get share more Facebook, more TikTok, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I decided to go home because of these reasons. I wanted to take care of my mother because Naki could or lady, maybe a little time at the same time.
Yeah.
So I need to give back to that old lady.
Definitely.
For effort I did relaying what's what. Though COVID but we are going there, we are getting there. And now personally I'm recovering from COVID. Getting lucky because of this leadership experience. Mandate to go hilo humpienu to the president on national level.
I think we can get into it also.
Because I'm learning.
Definitely.
As I'm doing these things. So
let's talk about that role as well. Being someone who is in Botswana yalo, from where you grew up to where all of the Tamelo seem to be, which is over here in Gaborone. What mandate have you been called upon by His Excellency the President?
Okay. Tota sepiri. I'm in a subcommittee that reports central committee. You do the sports arts and creatives. Tota mandate to aruna ke the hustler la ka lona boska yana ha ntse le la mo di bare mo na le lona ruto le la kai re khone gore re bona gore ha tsena go di ministry re advise the ministry re through what we know runa go grounding ka kwano re ka thusa ya not with creatives only but with sports, because most of that wise we have got a lot of runners ba mabilo ba go north ba ne re feel gore where they can help Botswana go far ka do some mabilo. So na ke le kwa yana ke khona ke identify some few things, better advice I can re some stakeholders tsa sports bo re Suruf, my teammate with Surufu, I was busy by lo discuss about sports, how can we help and then we are able to communicate the stakeholders, the deployees aruna by the minister. Those guys are deployees.
Yes, sir.
By the government.
Definitely.
So advice so I'm not going to say a lot about it, but just watch the space, you know.
So la radio me halile mu committee I think I know a couple of individuals who might serve in it. Le show la radio.
Babs, watch the space. I'm not going to say a lot about it. Watch the space.
No, because how we gonna try to give you or balita ka ba mo di committee gongwe ba beilo hong, you know, but I sometimes I hear from Zen sometimes. You know, she'll say some stuff.
Zen is my secretary.
Hey, I'm
just a member. Representing the North.
Okay, so because I'm always trying to figure out do these things align?
Movement. If you remember, Hagileha, vision the president. That a lot of you guys don't understand his vision.
I think sometimes because we have so much information,
not only
we have our own understanding.
Yes.
But out of respect for him being the president of Botswana, we listen.
But we
have to listen to other opinions as well.
Yes, But now, Ska, we'll try by all means, because we're not alone to explain to you the vision. That's our mandate, and for sure we are going to do that. That's why I'm saying watch the space. I'm not going to say a lot of things. No. I
August, September, October.
No, don't worry. Don't worry, Ska. Don't worry, Ska. Ska hela pelu. Ska hela pelu. We have got everything in control. We have got our guys on the ground. I've got my committee with me. And very soon, Ska. Liskala hela pelu, raitu the artist le batho hela pelu ka bonako.
Give me my money now.
So we'll make sure the visibility ta nothing. So just watch the space.
Awesome stuff. I think we've come to the end of our conversation, but before we do that, I want to, because when I want to part two, and I'm so happy you know, and made your trip back home or in Nekausani instead of today. I want to talk about your top 5 Kwasa artists in BW of all time. From number 5.
From number 5?
Yeah. Why?
My top 5.
Top 5.
Number 1.
Of course.
Number 1.
Of course.
You know why? I'll give you a chance.
You can start from the bottom or the top. Pause. You know.
No, I'm starting from the top. Right. Now I'm the best. Listen to the rhythm. Just a small thing.
This is a jam.
So some guys bury one man, one hit show, one daganabari.
Language there's a story.
Language
one hit wonder.
Language yababi mate. You know what is happening, Mohaburu?
Yeah.
So how sabapa li babi khadikha o li khakala. Ha go motho gore dio tsa go di khona publishiwa. Le gore radio la o ka re ba re shaka di phone ba fana ba itsapa. Some of them are our friends.
Yes sir.
Radio we la tshwantsho le la telekwano pay and then do promotions.
Yes sir.
I've kibele dio on hold just for now.
Yeah.
But I'm coming back. How old is Kofi Olomide?
God damn. That's about 65.
Yeah. And when I'm only 42, man.
Old
so you think I'm just going to disappear like that from the industry? No.
Yeah.
You're joking. I'm still going hard. And Mbukushu culture is rich.
Speaking about Mbukushu culture, why haven't you never teamed up with Team Distant?
Team Distance.
All like Timmy.
No, those guys, kids. I don't know. Like seaputs. Nah. Franco have never invited me for his show in his life. So like a musician.
Yeah, Franco different right? So
no, I can't.
Look at him inviting. He's done it 4 times. To me too. Like 4 times. Kira Frankie. Bona resetile 4 times. Asatli.
So I don't know. Akizi. How we bonkela batho kana akizi. Man, I'm a classic guy. And I don't look like my problems. and I'll never smell like my problems.
I know. Man, you smell good, bro. You smell good.
I was waiting for that.
My G.
I know what you mean. I'll never look like my problems. I'm a smart guy. Or smell like my problems.
So but while it's attention majita. Team Distant ikingi babereka.
Bafana kana bafonela babis. Bafana, Babis. How about for like gents? Can we do something? Babis. Timmy
close.
Timmy is my choice, close to me. Hey. And maybe then I go kila about na desara with this guy.
No, Timmy was doing everything.
Hey, that guy.
He was doing
multi-talented,
man.
So okay, tota hasiko kinele nako ya worka. Hasiki ba approach. They have never approached me. Yeah. So no one has ever bothered to. But collaborations are working, Malatia. Right. Seriously. Imagine that Mbukushu and Subia language. Sure, what they will do. I'll try to talk to them.
Please, man. Because, please, guys, if you're watching this,
I'll try to talk to the guys. Because we talk. Yeah, right. That guy, small boy, what Team Distance. The guy on Adikul Salutana Motoroyon. Steve. He's the brother to this guy at Team Distance. Okay. This small boy used to cry. Kukasane. Roy. Roy ke uta bolel
let's on the drums
Roy, you are still young.
Roy
yeah. So finish your school about gaps music.
Roy, for real, like if you can get Chris on a jam, so get Chris on a song, my nigga. Yeah, just get Chris on a song. You'll thank me later. Who's number 2?
Number 2. There's one old man that I love.
Yeah.
Alfredo Mos.
Hey.
Okay, a lot of you guys, Luta Alfredo Mos, Kadipina to Epabolotzile, Tamabata album to Pressa. That's where my motive came from. So, Oram Dala Ilanta Hula, Basa Kana Alfred.
Yeah, it's an Obali.
Listen to that guy. Listen, Hagelmutu best man. I'm talking about touch.
Yeah.
A lot of these Kasakasa guys used to buy right.
Yeah.
In an album, 3 songs that are the same. It's just changing lyrics.
Instrumental I thought I heard that shit.
Go and listen carefully.
They'll play the same instrumental.
3 songs are different. The whole of the album, the songs are just the same. But change lema hoko le the bridge pina
arrangement.
Arrangement. So na create idea. Creativity human. Creativity something be utor pina ha channel pina. Album Americano. If you listen to that album Americano, le Zvaka Pressa, they're total different albums.
Yeah.
Me, the people Zvaka Pressa, saying with some guy you not some mo Americano, which is Kapenda Gatut.
Yeah.
Some Kapenda Gatut Joseph Masam.
Yes, sir.
And Kapenda Gatut is flexible when it comes to listening to you and what you want.
Definitely.
So how
he was playing for Hensi just not long ago, man.
So this guy comes to the studio. Come to the studio and then tells Kapenda, hey, Samika Kwasa will pay her 7. And then he gets the songs about his Agola pay. Or he has somebody pay the deal like Kapenda. No, it's wrong. I come with a song. Kapenda on a tape recorder, it's in a cassette. he still have that. Le gale gompieno I think we upgrade le ona le se khoanya. Tse di recordang hela o sa tsenya cassette. You come to the show and then we come and sing for him. Taku do ya mukereng kineta here do ya mukereng, and then he gets his acoustic guitar. Aba sample kayo. Na ready to what you want to do again.
Yeah.
Hasna na heta abasa la dira arrangement a pina ya no.
He composes and then about
from your lyrics, from what you have given him. So don't come to the studio and then about instrumental and then you get it, you go home or instrumental and then you guys are calling yourself producers.
Oh, musicians, man.
You're musicians.
What
the fuck?
What the fuck, dog?
So you don't do that. So number three, Wami, Frank.
Hey.
Number 3 is Frank.
No doubt.
That soldier is good. A soldier is already. That soldier is good. And I love it.
Okay. What separates Franco from all these other Kwasa guys? Is it his voice? Is it his demeanor? We can't say it's his dancing because Ngamo Gaisa na Frank.
Franco abine.
Frank Ngamo Gaisa blind. Mona una na batho abina. Obana go bona Jeff Bobo na Chris. My nigga.
So, let me tell you, when Frank una lintswi. 1. 2. The reason I decided to sing Kasimbugushu Kigori is the language that I know most. Ibile ke tlhaloganya Simbugushu, go hita Setswana. It's a fate was girl.
Yeah.
Franco. Ke bona Batswana ba ne ke bua ka bole bogologolo ba tears. Franco ke Motswana.
Yeah.
And that guy o tswa go Gabani.
Yeah.
O itse dithamalakane. O itse maele.
Go bapisa
le go di wa bona.
Go bapisa ka rate. Yeah.
So he know his thing. So ha thama pina. We thama ka Setswana le bibile le hore go khona bona this guy he's driving me somewhere.
Yeah,
so you don't compare yourself with Franco.
Yeah.
So a lot of guys Pamela Michael that's his style.
Yeah.
Let's not sing like Franco.
That's Frank.
Let's not sing like V.
Yeah.
Obviously Be yourself.
Yes, sir.
Be yourself.
Yes, sir.
Mate, God has given us different kind of voices.
Yeah.
Just be yourself. I'm telling you, the uniqueness can sell you.
Definitely.
Imagine that.
Hey! I was just there whiling.
I'm myself.
No one
can
ever
touch
that. Yeah.
That's my voice. That's me.
My nigga.
That thing can sell you.
Yeah.
So Franco is good. And I think it was already tutile go BDF about him so you know them daddy ale pako in it so I can do it. So
I feel
so
that.
ham pizza tota na go ntse ham pona pizza ka say name.
Yeah.
Machisenge he's one of the guys who knows my say name.
Yeah.
We're getting excited ham pizza ka say name because but go ntse pronounce.
Yeah.
So kita bicara Jonas. Ba go la le pina engwe ayo pedare. Kita siya molape. Kita babone banyana. Bana ba Jonas yo. Bantoki saburoko. What's that? So Jonas is
we have a
father.
Jonas in the studio.
So Karibshana Jonas. So Rauta na blind.
No, he's a good brother.
Yeah, he's a good brother.
Doctor. Na save man doctor vomo mo meeting. Ar vomo ga itatla mo meeting. Vomo sa itse go swim. Ar vomo ga no di copy. E ba go mo save. He always tells that story.
Brother. So Franco is number what?
Number 3.
Number 3. And then there's a small boy. Now, Oscar Chakabuya.
It's okay. I haven't seen Oscar.
I don't know Oscar or Casa promote music. Oscar, listen to Oscar.
Chakabuya.
Musa Chotamon. Oscar Chakabuya. Only Tony Yahaw. Eluri, Imudira Rane unique. That's small boy.
Ona le ngwana mo di picture.
O play a rumba. Ona le ngwana ga go le no mo setsa motsense mo teng, go no tshameka drama, go no tshameka lead guitar.
Ngwana wa game len.
Wa game. O ila Shikito.
So Kio Gamona, he has followers on YouTube.
Yes.
Ona le view.
So I think that guy, Tony Yahawe, I think in a close lane isn't
Yeah.
Tony Arwe sound like Zimbabwean.
You got to Zim
So I think he's a half Zim, half Tswana.
Yeah.
So I give him Tswarasint, kita Mutasint.
Maybe there's a Zulu cat.
Who is a Zulu? Nah.
Wabona.
Zolasco is a Zulu cat.
Eh.
But Oscar sounds more Zim.
Muslim. No,
So,
some were listening. He never diwa.
Eh,
But never sarhates.
so that nigga, Haki, it's gonna but ngalo.
Yeah. Baka ba accepted just because ga tsukwana.
Eh, aganya na kwa Gabiza.
Eh, Mutul.
That dude.
Mutul.
Bizana look good. Mupulu, abona.
Mupulu.
But that nigga was not selling, was not booked.
DRC.
We not DRC. You remember him?
I remember.
That nigga na look good.
But now it's some go the group in the
No,
battle.
rata hela mo di group ko Alfredo. A repa ile repar.
But you can
So,
say the
but
same
he
thing about
decided-
coming soon again.
Yeah. See, yeah, coming soon. Coming soon. But le mo via again.
No,
So
never
that's
morning
necessary-
last week either.
That's necessary as badule.
Yeah.
So na ba bitsa for the session.
But he tried
But
to
una
go
le nigga
solo.
yana engwe ba kopani kana tiki bone di what masters kana ba
Baba, no, because as ba go mo go disane mo.
Eh.
Ke tlhoka ke ba
So
bona
why
gona
tell
da.
about the lady pina ba pope.
Gotlhe
What
le.
name na? How the dancer you are born a dancer.
I think so. But when how
So-
did you do it?
There's some team here. Not through Marimba now.
Eh.
Beki
You
similar
have
developer
something else you
didn't
can
see,
do.
and then through singing with Marimba, beki developer didn't see. Beki go Jeff, beki go Bina, beki na backing vocalist. Beki developer. Some guys have never haven't gone through that route.
Eh.
So
No, I feel that.
so right there, do lehala about ruitrela ha pope. Mara is good, mate.
Yeah. No, I think we are racist.
Yeah.
Packaging.
We are racist.
Yeah,
So
well, we're xenophobic. Well, because
So that's
I think
number
a lot of the time, mo Botswana mo re na le go nna le yone attitude eo towards bana ba ene gore even in hip hop, man. Yeah, I can give you some examples, man. You know, go na le bana ba ene gore ha ngwa ha ba lebello yana ga
Hey,
ta ke Botswana sentle
Kuna
sentle.
mala ite ngwana. Ne ba na le studio mo face for na kong. Ka go la nkele ka dira theme so ya itekane le medical aid ko go bone. O re ke mazim ba ja hip hop ana.
Bo Francois.
Ba kae mala ite.
I ke re ke swantse ke buang ka
Mala ite ba
xenophobia.
good white.
Hey,
You remember them?
Dublin.
Hey,
Dublin le Francois. Hey, Zimcat.
Have you listened to those guys?
No, I did. I'm telling you, it's as even in hip hop.
Bana ba lo check agere mala ite agare. Ke ba bereka lo check.
Eh, we check ukina bereka lebo. Unless or Abo Henry bo AK.
Go na mala ite ka ba
le
go la mo face.
No, we have a tendency ya gore bana ba tla ba golela mo Botswana mona, and then has tsa nna motona gore we start thinking gore it's not Botswana enough. Wa bona ke ra
So we are racist.
me le gore ke motho o nana le wena mo studio ga go ruta le go game,
eh.
and I think we need to start changing that shit because ha
Botswana
itusana le se
le tota example have a doctor Tawanda.
le Dr. Tawanda
Tawanda
bona
bona
ba
o dira
accept
di hits tsa bo peas tsa bo ma. But
Fake
like le
love
la
ya
dipila
Ngwazi.
tsa like le dipila tsa le di le ya kwazi gompieno ha
Ha go
gona
ba
go bua
di
sepe hela ka ene.
You know what I
Ha
mean?
pope. So I think we should stop this shit right.
You know what I mean?
So
Ebile-
there's another guy I've heard in Mo Kariyaru FM and again. That guy ona o pele pila nyatsa Nigeria. Me atona Botswana.
Yao Benaman has yes, no, I see Yawa.
Khona le mshano mo pela Nigeria. O ka re boda video nyana. Me la itele o mo Botswana. Ke motile mo
No, re to re khabat.
Eh.
Re sa mo gakologelo gona. Ha se shebe ga temang. Shebe star ga temang.
Hey, I'll remember the guy.
Are we
The
getting
music
into number
is
5?
good, mate.
Oh,
But
eh.
hela ka gore
Motho ga
origin ya
go-
na
ha se
gagwe,
ngwana
well.
Motswana a
No, we
ski.
should stop that. Number, set ka number ma?
I think we are on number mampa. We're number 4.
Yes.
We need number
So
5.
my number 5. There's a guy. There's a guy. Mothako ne le sole le. Ko ya masole ba rata kwa sa kwa.
Stories, ah.
Le so, hey, ke stoge. Ine le sole mshanu. I think una go Francistown my tengo. This boy.
Mole ka go mosenka kwele.
I connect with the phone.
Wo di jeje nyana?
No, hard JJ, like more fire. More fire, Balobi.
Okay.
We pizza more fire.
Tla go bona mo fire. I guess ke motho.
Yes.
Yeah.
If you listen to that guy,
Yeah.
le I think because kimukalaka, gar kimukalaka.
Yeah.
Kana rona mambukushi wakalaka basubia. We are more or less the same.
Yeah.
how we ask like mo asimbu kusha mote ko ka se venda o ke uta se venda senza se kopa the language so tell sara smote so the language so the language di ka kwa tsela ra tshwana hela batle go so he's good because he's more of ikalanga culture the rumba
with the rumba feel
with the rumba feel
awesome stuff but that's a good number that's Magebula
Gebula's squatter. So Magebula's not singing rumba. Magebula's sample as well as but the guy is good.
Because I'm always trying to figure out what
is so he's doing a fusion. We got genre in Chanyana. Because I got Magebula. Only that element go master. May his soul rest in peace. Una element una element ya burankana ya madi kukwana nyana una element ya disco hompe una element ukutaka una element ya mapiano nyana wasar so I think mix the mix is nice. Definitely. You know what I'm saying.
I think it's for this new generation you should be fluid in genre.
But you should watch out with that thing.
It's dangerous.
Because happy, it can fuck up your career.
Yeah.
I don't want to lie to you. You know, I used to know MC Maswe.
Yeah.
What is MC Maswe now?
I know now.
Tapelo Malika.
Yeah.
That guy's in my group in one reggae.
Yeah.
You wouldn't touch those guys. Botswana, reggae.
And then about
I don't know why he left that thing. Like, he's a friend of mine.
52, right?
Eh?
He's 52.
Yes, it's big.
52.
What's Ashley? I think
I think Ashley is 60.
How do you call it again?
No, no, but these niggas,
you know, changing that thing. But then he knows his game.
How you have to adapt when you go on. So now I respect a lot of the time when you don't. Like right now, and that's why I respect you a lot, and that's why we really appreciate you having been here with us. I don't know if you have any last words for you know, what should they be looking forward to? I know your special assignment with His Excellency, speaking to that, and also people should look out for, especially our people up on Shakawe in the north. And also your fans in Gap City.
All right. Na kitini square. That's what I got to the square. I got to the what's on the square. Kitini square. So I know some to us batang. So what I want to do is I wanted to encourage our fellow musicians and artists, especially go high. You see what COVID did to us. So we was smallpox and not monkeypox.
Monkeypox.
So we should always be careful. Let's make the little that we can and try to invest. So investment as forex.
Yeah.
Forex in Arabian bionis. Bashman Bali Lambas came you blind.
Yeah.
I remember one time got COVID. It better COVID. Kana nasiki hiwe dijo sabu COVID it. But one now about who never pakisi wa yala. Jarta me hit you yala hotina stop nonsense. I've worked for that shit.
I can imagine back there.
From back there.
Yes.
I built my own crib. Nikita get nepe meki aperes kukusa dom kragayana. Kiloma swimming pool ka COVID. Kiswima lo bangwana. Hote inside you say but shman man tele inside you say when warata di lo blind. But wata to about the artist what didn't say. Ha go ta pandemic e tshwana le bo COVID here. O palelo go ya go jerta o lady ya because ha wa tsenya one room. O palela go tswala no ta ke va ke o resta ko lady. O lady una le tsimo da ta ke o lna makilema lema go itela mathata a hela be ke boela gaps.
Yeah.
What do we decide to do then? Ha pandemic iwa re simola strike re ruga di president re simola re taboga mo re kwala dilo di let's ari pankanye gent. That's why every government in a la disaster fund.
Yeah, disaster management fund.
Management fund.
Yeah.
Harina di insurance. The artist are to tell you say.
Yeah.
Ask them, working on insurance mon the artist on it say. What's what? Ask them. It's only few 5 artists ba bana le bank account in Nalemadi.
Yeah.
Re dira madi ra betsa hela hona helela.
Yes, sir.
But let's try to invest with the small things that we have. Company re buletse dio tse tshwana le bo kana rona ha re na le problem breakdown hela re simula re ruga bomb, simula re ruga cosboards. Ngile ga uto mana na go ngwaru hi o tsengitse 5 pula.
Ke mo etela dipelo a lona. Re tsotso re nne le ke nna go pele kwana gona.
So, gents, a re thute hela hore for instance, now already la bona re ke a sinka. Abang pizza le mosadi ya ma ba nela a piece of land.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to hustle, recover from COVID.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, ke plana go ya go lema.
Yeah.
Gore ke produce dijo di a shota mo Botswana.
Yeah. I want to shop. Hey.
Wa kanya hela re ke Christmas 7, but what tampana ke apero ba re lo go tsimu ke lema, and then because ke ne ke le big kana no go ira like a re tswe mo dae.
Yeah.
Gents, are o tswa ko Madinari ko gae ke high example.
Yeah.
How push Zvaka mo gaps tsenya room da ko lady ya gago.
Yeah.
Wa tshwara gore a go le blind mo tropo go no jikela ko lady ya ga ka o lata. Lady ya go never, you know what, ebile rago ha o ka itela rago a ngwenela kgaoga le mago a nna le mosadi yo mongwe o gona go sa tshela sente, but lady ya gago la o ka itela lady ya gago a nyetswe ke monna o sele. Lady ya go never throw away.
That's what.
Never. So are le ke o investa ko motse re ka gele di room re nne mo tsone sharp re tsenne bo kagiso o duela ma 50 pula tsa di insurance tsa rona tse do re na le makala na ile re ba re ba ka thusa diotse. Let's try by all means re bone re ka bonnyen di re bo dira re ka dira. I'm not saying I'm successful na COVID ile tsena into ke le mo dikoloto wa tshwara. Like I said, people think kore ha ba mpona ke tsama ke apere bosweu yana ke nkgamonate.
Yeah.
Ba kanyela dai mane o humile he ona le sengwe le sengwe ba ke ba kolota le bona ba simula go nthoga ka. No, I said I would never smell or look like my problem.
Yes, sir. Yes,
never.
Sir.
What's hard? But I'm thinking every day I have to leave home ke be ke itse bongwana ke ba o jai. Ke na le mosadi da. So mosadi ame o spana le nna. I'm doing a family business. What's hard?
Yes, sir.
Ha ke sa emele ke hustle mosadi mo robala ka tala.
I feel you.
So let's think about those things.
Yeah.
Let's think about those lines.
Yeah.
Na ke mo ke a tsama ka mo so tampitela go bono am so mpitela go tsabo ke a hasela.
Yeah.
Bongwana ke a ba re ba le ka tala.
That's what about.
So hona modimo mpile talent elura hona o ka e tsama go nna.
Yeah.
Ke a release album anytime. Hacks now settle wa tshwara.
Yeah.
And my life goes on. That's why I was giving an example ya gore ba re ko feeling wa ga tse kae, but he's still singing.
Definitely.
Talent you can't take it out.
Never.
You would never. Like I'm not silent for 2 or 3 years.
Yeah.
If I want to come back, I'll come back. It's short. Because I'm recording my songs in Zambia.
Yeah.
I'm recording my songs in DRC because I want different touch.
Yeah.
God
damn.
Yeah.
You went to the source.
Yes. That's what I'm doing.
Yes.
But when I can hello no give manto take bango kile ka rukhwa ke bang ba ba di ga di khamo ke buelwa ke batho nna bro.
Yeah.
Libela di comments batho ba mpuela, hey, you don't know that guy.
Yeah.
He's a businessman. Scar ke wa tsena go maukwa na when I had a bar before.
Yes, sir.
COVID. You used to go and support me,
definitely.
My nigga.
No, you're my brother, man.
Hey, kuriana hano usule ya ka ne ke rukhwa ke mongwe maloba. Smapeta sna uthoka hala. May his soul rest in peace.
Yes, sir.
Asna na thoka hala. We can take picture rona re go Shakawe.
Yeah.
Maloba ne rile o dira workshop le mapeta go Shaka. Engwe ke ha itola la kwala ere. Hey, ya betare motho a thoka tse mo ba claim re ma morata ya no. Mona wa ya ka mona no sa itse mapeta.
Yeah.
Kuriana ha o ka thoka la gone na ne ke sata go podcast ka ta ka bua dilo.
No, ka se ba dumela.
That nigga was my friend.
Yes, sir.
Ona le pina e kwa dile e dirileng ya opela repa mo tabare with the afro like Manto7. He has the song.
Bars.
Oh, Hanetsa.
What's up?
I know where this guy started.
Definitely, Papa.
He's a big guy. So, let's just humble ourselves.
Yes, sir.
And then try to utilize whatever God has given us.
Yes, sir.
Now I've got a privilege. Yeah. I found God.
Yes, sir.
What's what?
Amen.
Can I get God found me?
No, you found him.
I'm an
He's
evangelist.
been around.
Bro, I'm an evangelist.
Yes, sir.
Now I've allowed God to use me as a transmitter of the Holy Spirit from heaven to earth.
Definitely, Machi.
I counsel a lot of guys, families. ba successful ka manyalo a bone le malapa a bone.
Yeah.
Guys come to me, talk to me about their relationship. It's what God gave me.
Definitely.
So ke itse modimo thapelo ya nthusa. I'll pray every day.
Definitely.
And it's ka akanya hore ha o rapella selo madu a to khona wa bona gono ho.
Yeah.
Just depends on your relationship between you and God. Who is in you is better than the one in the world. So you need to believe in yourself.
Definitely.
And the last thing I wanted to say, God's time is the best.
Yeah.
Let's stop rushing things, guys.
Yeah.
Let's stop rushing things. Take your time.
Patience.
Patience will pay you.
Definitely.
Sure.
Awesome stuff, man. I think that deserves a round of applause. My brother came through, and he, I'm so happy that you were open enough to break it all down to us, and we're so happy that you found God, you found your space, you found your lane, and you found your calling. Because Tatela, the point is to get old and find a better way of doing things. Experience is the best teacher, and I'm happy with your life lessons have taught you. We love you, Brayaka. Thank you so much. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is our conversation with the big homie Chris Manto7. We're going to be going on to our conversation with Dr. Kiran for getting healthy on the PODI-CAST, and then we wrap up the show. Guys, it's been fun, man.
Thank you. Sia.
Check out Dr. Kiran.
Of different identities. Podcast with BSCAR.
What's up, y'all? Welcome to your second installment of Getting Healthy on PODI-CAST. Your boy SCAR, of course. And thank you so much for joining us, guys. This is that part of the show where we're trying to keep each other alive so that we can watch the next episode. Okay? This is purely selfish reasons. I don't have any other reasons at all for keeping you healthy, but we absolutely love that you guys hang around so we can have these conversations with you. And as usual, we're hanging out with Dr. Kiran, and we're going to get deeper into non-communicable diseases. As we said last session, NCDs, they are a major problem health-wise in BW, and we're trying to find ways that we can better the situation. And as usual, thank you so much, Dr. Kiran.
Thank you
for coming through again.
Pleasure being here.
We look like last episode, but it doesn't matter. It's still cool. You mentioned like 4 categories last time when we were talking about these non-communicable diseases, and you mentioned cardiovascular disease.
Yes.
I had a friend who, like I said last episode, who didn't know that they'd had a heart attack until they went to the doctor. So I just really wanted to find out, can you elaborate a little bit about these cardiovascular diseases?
Okay. No. Great. Look, if people have to understand about what cardiovascular disease is all about, I think it's important that I tell them about the cardiovascular system.
Yeah.
So our body is divided into a number of systems, and each system works hand in hand to keep us alive.
Yeah.
Okay. So one of the most important systems is the cardiovascular system. Okay. And this comprises of 3 things. The heart, the main organ in the cardiovascular system. The heart is a small 300 to 400 gram small organ that is just in the left side of your chest. Okay. And the amazing thing about the heart, it never stops.
Yeah.
When it stops, you stop as well.
Yeah.
So look, the heart is very important, okay? It's a muscle. It's a specialized muscle that keeps beating 60, 70, 80 times every minute for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
The minute it stops beating,
it's over.
We just collapse, I
Definitely.
guess. All right?
Yeah.
So the heart is one part. Then you have the blood vessels, okay? The heart has an intricate system of blood vessels that connects it to every single tissue in the body, whether it's the brain, whether it's the liver, whether it's muscle, whether it's bone. These blood vessels, the arteries, take blood away from the heart. And this is the third part, the blood, the liquid that flows through those arteries.
Yes.
So these 3 things form the cardiovascular system.
We always think heart disease.
Yes.
Instead of thinking about the whole system.
Yes.
Yeah.
But this is the whole thing. You see, even the blood vessels can have diseases. Even the blood can have diseases.
Yeah.
But when we're talking about cardiovascular health, the main thing that we're focusing on, discussing, going back to our NCD drive, trying to get people to work on testing and making sure that they don't have these diseases. We're talking about hypertension. Hypertension is the major problem that affects the cardiovascular system.
I think that then brings us to that question, though. What is hypertension?
Yes, I mean, hypertension is a big problem, okay? Because according to World Health Organization, up to 1.3 billion people might be hypertensive. That means they have hypertension, okay? And out of that, only 46% of people might really know that they have hypertension. So it's very highly underdiagnosed, okay? So when you're talking about hypertension, all you're saying is it's a persistently raised pressure in the blood vessels. Okay. You've been to a doctor before.
Yeah.
You've had your blood pressure checked.
Yeah.
And the doctor tells you it's this by this.
Yeah.
Have you really understood those two readings he tells you?
I think my mother understands it a bit more because, you know, like I said, high blood pressure and stuff, they start having more appreciation for that. But I always know 20 over 100 or something like that, but I never know what they're talking about.
Okay. So, as I told you, the heart is a very small organ and it never stops. It's got specialized muscle. It's still working even when you're sleeping, when you're eating, when you're talking, it's always working. It has to keep beating. Okay. So the heart has a pressure at which it pumps blood when it contracts. That is the upper reading. When you go to see a doctor, he might tell you your blood pressure is 120 by 80. That's perfect. That's textbook.
Okay.
So 120 there on top, the top reading is called the systolic reading. That is when the heart contracts to push blood out. That is the pressure. When it relaxes, you get the other, the diastolic. So if you have 120 by 80, that's a perfect blood pressure. Okay. But it always doesn't have to be that. There's a range, you know, till it's okay. And these ranges vary, okay? The Americans go for 130 and above as being high blood pressure, you need treatment. The Europeans say 140 and above. So I personally think 140 and above. I go by the European standards. But that's what blood pressure is. It's just an increased pressure in the blood vessels. And it can be of two types, okay? There's primary hypertension and there's secondary hypertension. Now, primary hypertension is the most common hypertension. We term it essential hypertension because basically we don't know what's causing it. We can't find a cause for it. So it might be the genetic makeup I was telling you about. You naturally have an elder sibling or an uncle or aunt who has hypertension, you're at risk of it.
Genetics.
Yes, that's your genetic makeup. But remember, you can modify that, isn't it? You have modifiable risk factors. If you're going to exercise, if you're going to keep within your body mass index, if you're going to keep your salt intake low and all these kind of things, then obviously you're at less risk. But primary hypertension, we can't find a cause. That's 90%. We call it essential. Then we talk about secondary. Secondary hypertension is where there's a cause. Now, you could have other chemical imbalances. You could have hyperthyroidism, you could have problems with your kidney that could lead to blood pressure, you could have problems with your sleep, obstructive sleep apnea. That's all secondary hypertension. So that's hypertension basically.
Definitely. And I'm just to my last question then, what are the risk factors and complications that come with hypertension if you're not taking care of it? Because you're looking at me and I feel like you're talking to me. I'm thinking about my salt intake, I'm thinking about all of it, and I'm like, do I even know my body index?
Coming on this show, if it's going to make a difference in your life, that's all I want. If it makes really differences to your viewers and your listeners, I'm happy. But look, for every one of us, it's our responsibility to look into these things. I mean, we have, as I said, there are modifiable risk factors and non-modifiable. So if you're looking at the non-modifiable, your age. As you get older, yes, you're more vulnerable to high pressure in your blood vessels. Family history. That's where 90% of the essential hypertension comes. At age 20, at age 30, you might suddenly see your blood pressure readings are high. But usually there's a family history. If I had to dig deep and say, okay, who else in your family has this, then you have a long list. So there's a family history. That's non-modifiable. So if you do have a family history, that gives you more reason to modify the other things. And this includes first, as I was saying, salt intake. You have to reduce that. Exercise. We need to exercise. Then, biggest for me, obesity. And obesity is a huge problem. Now, even 20% of Botswana are obese. Do you believe that?
Yeah, no, I know. We're eating well this side.
Yeah,
of the
well,
world.
that's
It's
a
too
good
nice
one.
here.
Yes, eating well, but might be a short-lived eat.
It's bad. Yeah, we should be taking
You see,
care of ourselves.
yes, because
yeah.
these are silent diseases. You see, the thing about blood pressure, as I said, it's a silent disease. You'll never know
won't
unless you
know.
come to my. I don't know if you have it. You
Yeah.
won't know if I have it. At
Yeah.
the moment. Then you see, the biggest thing is at this current point in life, there's a lot of stress.
Yeah.
Stress shoots people up as well. We live such stressful lives. You
Yeah.
know that. Smoking, drinking, all these things contribute to cardiovascular disease.
Yeah. So what are some of the complications that can come out of that? Like when you have these diseases, what are some of what can happen to you? I mean, we hear about stroke, we hear about heart attacks, but which are all bad, but like what are some of the things that can happen to you if you don't check it out and properly take care of yourself?
Okay, as I said, all NCDs are slowly progressive. They keep causing damage without you knowing. So here we have increased pressure in the blood vessels.
In the blood vessels.
So imagine a hose pipe. It's only supposed to have water flow at this speed. Now you open it full and there's a lot of pressure. What's
Yeah.
going to happen eventually? The blood vessels, the pipe is going to burst.
The rupturing.
Yeah. And as this disease progresses, you might not even come to a doctor until you have a blood pressure of 180 or 190 by 100. And that gives you a minor headache. But by then, you're already damaging your blood vessels for all these years.
Yeah.
You understand? So it's the damage that pressure does. It does damage to the end arteries, the end organs. So it's called end organ disease, hypertension. Because you see, the blood vessels that you see up here, in the limbs, in the chest, they're all big. But these blood vessels, as they branch out into the organs like the brain, the kidneys, they become very small. 100 to 1,000 the size of what the biggest blood vessel would be.
Yeah.
So they can't withstand the pressure. So let's say if you have a high blood pressure and there's a blood vessel that has been taking this blood pressure for so long in the brain, a small capillary, the smallest blood vessel, it bursts. What happens? The blood clot there doesn't allow for any more circulation in that area. The brain is actually, that part of the brain has a function. And that function ceases. So you have a stroke. That's what basically a stroke is. But we're not only saying it's stroke. There's so many other things. I mean, stroke is the worst because, look, life is about freedom for me, okay?
Yeah.
I don't want to be bedbound.
Yeah.
So for me, hypertension is something I want to keep at bay. I want to check I don't have it, and I want to keep it at bay. But stroke is not the only thing. You're talking about kidney damage.
Yeah.
The blood vessels that are in the kidneys, they get damaged as well. Kidney failure, ooh, that's
Yeah.
not nice.
That's another story
That's
there.
another story.
Yeah.
The blood vessel itself, with that pressure, you can have dissections. In between the blood vessel, you could have tears leading to aneurysms and then sudden hemorrhages into different organs. So you see, these are some of the things. The eyes, they have blood vessels. Well, these are all complications. So look, it's easy to get tested, treated. These diseases might not be curable, but they can be treated.
Definitely.
Treat them, live long. For me personally, I think if you check these things, you might prolong your life by 10 to 20 to 30 years. And hey, we all need that.
We all need an extra 10, man.
Yeah,
an extra
definitely.
20 if you're lucky.
If you're lucky. You can do it. You can do
Yeah.
it. Just need to screen. That's the important thing. Now we need to screen for these things. Blood pressure, it's easy. Just get a blood pressure machine and check what's happening.
Definitely.
Easy.
And like we said, if you have any questions, make sure that you go to the page Yabo Dr. Kiran. It's going to be showing right on the screen. It's on Facebook. He will answer to it. It will be him. It won't be someone in the Podicast trying to fake it. No, it'll definitely be him getting back at you. And then we're going to come back to you again next week with another edition talking about non-communicable diseases because, we can't always just be living our lives not knowing how we can extend, those numbers because we want to be around for our kids, guys. All right?
Definitely, yeah.
Keep it locked. It's the Podicast. See you again next week. Peace.
People of different identities. Podcast with PODI-CAST.